Internet cafe opimere new generation school tazubar keriboto jenta banas watiye itwok penya papat go chimi nora biera rio abichela ngwen not atiel nora ngwen nyu nora biera ngwen abora bongena atiel not annual loro duch mirni atinere mirwo kabete kwanyo patikole lobo Fountain Nursery Day and Boarding Primary School Metiki Chope Inge A to Z Hotel Dwina Wat Lira City Kere Balonyo Agwang Lira District Tie Rico do Lele Punyu Chunyu Tining Yoba Achalo Chukula Chunye Ye Kum Cristo Otemi Yogiriago Mekilacho Ramo Diru Tugo Kere Golu Ngecha Papa Tati Kwatina Chalachal Atino Kwani Fountain Pe Yelu Yunwalere Kere Wilu Akanoroke Ken Chake Tidi Merena Kwame Diterelong Kai Yanyu Chukula Bera Kai Chwala Tini Ye Chunyi Pie Mordeko Kaguga Primary School. Fountain Tia Gamotino, Chaki Baby na top menasari. Kilacha chel pere na yabiro. Fountain ngeye wama malmeche le kato penye pieli mwa long. Kara upunye gi uchwen chon. Utie kilacha lacho tino pere de ye. Buga kwana wuri bura beje tano rame ye. Ikatuga lachi jami ducha mi upunye woro kakare. Gwaye iri chimi nora biera yo. Nora bongwena dek. Achala boro. New director. Nora biera yo. Abora bichel not. Abora biera bongwen.
Ki cowboy specially don't tinonge e bojmo wel giyo jake ki gram pierio wiapi gram pierabi gram mia gel ki gram miario ituga moge ken machokwidi te dek mamiet konetio ki cowboy mano yupone aye Bitcoin Uganda Limited.
Hey man, what happened? Are you not going for work today?
Musawo, this backache is holding me back at home.
Why don't you take some medicine?
I even took this pair of medicines, but it seems not to be helping me out.
Oh, sorry, Bambi. Don't hold your back. Go back to work. Just take Pain Aid capsules, the first aid for pain relief. I always use and trust Pain Aid for effective relief from painful conditions like backache, body pain, muscles and joint pain, toothache, and headache.
Wow. Thank you, Musao, for recommending Pain Aid. I am much better now. I can now confidently resume work.
Pain Aid is the first aid for pain relief. Pain Aid is a quality product of MediWorld Pharma Africa Limited. Pain Aid is available at all the pharmacies and drug shops across the country. If symptoms persist, seek medical advice.
Zukuman, where are you going? Look at what you've done to my car.
Bossman, I was trying to brake, but it failed.
Hey, Mariangu Fatima, look at your tires, man. Look at your tires.
But boss, I've just bought these tires 4 months back.
Now I'm going to take this motorcycle where you learn to buy spare. How can you ride such a motorcycle? Are you even serious with your life? Boss.
Stay away from road accidents when you buy the right spares from G&L products like RZ Tires. RZ Tires are strong, reliable and long-lasting for more than 18 months. RZ brake shoes that don't make any sound. They're reliable and they instantly brake. Plus RZ tubes, they don't burn out. They're easily patched and long-lasting. All these from G&L Industries. G&L Industries have more spare like sprocket shafts, crankshafts, crankcase, pistons, main shaft, plugs, engine valves, clutch discs, tappets, cylinder heads, starting coils, block tensioners, bearings. You can find J&L products in all spare stores and shops. J&L, for all quality products you can rely on.
Wilweri Law ita manyen man. E you me back to school promotion. Will jame pa Movit man focus product. Movit aid toothpaste. Movit abo jelly. Movit baby jelly ki Movit shower gel. Maro maliba beach. Ibi loyo pen chuchut. Will jame mati kine kaliba para beach ni o ali piera rio wiangwen. Weri lo bucket melwok. Will jame will mentioning ali piera rio wia beach ni o ali piera ngwen wiangwen. Weri lo math set on your lunch box. Kai will jame makara ali piera ngwen wia beach. Ibi lo on school bag ke mich mo kena ma duata. Rone ma will fotie. Lobo check it metich kede. Movit all day confidence.
Wege charan fundi kero chat materials ungeo komge. Amano tuonya kine wile do businesses gi Bistella Enterprises Lina City. Bistella Enterprises. Tia chatu charana tek teta papa me nyoni weka tine to nyoni weka tine tekika maktia be. Bistella chatu jami kwa duty chalo. Baby lock, overlock, zips a papa to which charan na me go designs, liners, mapecha, chaki enatino na me gomichi, westband, elastic, ribbon, chokchi piotino kwan makacheja papa kile spares charan long. Oti fundo bo kwa uniform schools ketu budgets yere corporate wear sweaters kere bocha papata kelo smartness. Bistella Enterprises teach uka duong Lira City kai donye malu tuwa mlam complex no ilobu ka corridor imalu no itongo loruwe tu wokchen kana macha chiltia mimenye yeno doga ukene donye geto primary coronation park ito yiru malu tie dogola na machele chitu chem go chimi ye nota bira achela chel adega bongwen achela boro Bistella Enterprises ka wilu jame kwa kiri chara ni wilu yogo ye.
Borokam
chakibori ko yot me wonono ko wang chawadi
wa nono ko President Museveni to twala ko na mere me kumu boto position no ko ni
akwana da renyer
ni en ko na mere me kumu te wod bot yo me pien ke government pi potoyera en ti twala ko na mere me kuma dit twala bori na me better position ame nuiti ke gene kom bobe wine nuiti ke gene kom comme nandala mafavi nyeti ke gene comme ngato kena pat ke den President Museveni ena ko ni akwana me kumu bori pien yini ti chola mono President Museveni no ko ni yini ti chola to twal do en ti ko boni kwena me kumu bot yo amenu family opposition ena berkere kar me lanye kui
okay manu katike de manu gina chela ma ajemi amame ta chakke de ame pe bera muta ame tutwal na meta kwa jo amengeo kana me onyok ko nunu tiye me ketu tek kubere kere policy wan pongeo ame no timere in situation me dana ya kalli akalli meti kwania tungcha dana jo bij me wo monyo pashu ame daho tibur kerotino mera rio yot eka tongo daho ne ko choro atina tidi memo hangwen ne kana memo hangwen na meda do nuti bur la ngedango te tongo ko to tera te to ko eka tini no te laro ke da hatal kare dong lar morti chunyi ni ngo
no be lar me logo kitama otamo ke nyobo
superintendent of police Jim Pato ke mo ni lar me logo no ti yakine kene jonna
man credo yiri ne hodaro piendo ngeye ni chana yini ngwache weko lobo no ko yina do pero bero ke kar me tike lobo
amako en lobo no timmi to
wore pide una pida wore pide una pida e chanko ndete laru no porrechel erdo chano ke lo duenyo akwojo amerama dio do to
no amega chel
ngara chelo to
eto jo kanani awanutie na hado jo bini duek poda do he jora do tetongo ko so Odoch Samuel ename kohoti kome
me chane ti wingwech
so jo kana mena wor ket giti Don Ronald okelo ngom Ronald o Euro Maxwell awanye Felix kede agorisanta agorisanta joni duchu beri jamo worte wo monyo pasha wanchel wan pongeo details laro kire meno tikede eto tamani kilar morke ken
premier tunito karachel kede wano
kede neg me achonye
de chawani wano te kede chik lobo Uganda na ni chane ko kede yinwe beru won lobo umeyo ka por peda ko begina na no beru won lobo ko kede yinene beru won lobo eka inefo do dano kwanyo lobo no duoko bori
onyolo no ngwa kede yi chao
so pe koyi
kede kadong
peda raume jo chato lobo ni biri ayini ti bucha peti mere so no anate kwayo ni pe beru ni situation na me ma hono chingwa eto ye wonu ni chiktie dan ka gina ortie me onero ni peti ani anga wiwa lubu no kede chik
kede do kana dong kantema kede banya afande Jimmy Pato kama o mi wa information materne lara da noti kede water to pere do hato ko me lara noti yakine kede joni kede water to so ata mi manno achalo la titamni yes tuba berutie eto gat ko team kede ne hacho inoko pedong bedatie ilobla wani kana wana luoni pashu ajema tama chake kakano amepero wor yanokane
okay
ametibori kano
European Parliament utiro katoka chel kede luoni miro timi kweda ikom lobo Uganda kitame otieme anywaro kede tuera alwak crimes against humanity in Uganda Now gino ko ni man petia beraber. Gino tu nung reporter me chimo ni kop me nyuar to nyale me lobo Uganda nyoni balla me pekator to ken eto bal men ne kogo ti ati me lobo Uganda. So for that Poyune crime against humanity is a case triable in ICC. So gente kobone miero o temi kweda donc pimanono gente ko members of the European Parliament have called for an independent and impartial investigation into crimes against humanity allegedly committed by the political and military leaders in Uganda. Monalo berka chel kere ngame gente kobo. So pekunungyo ka peke gentia koboni odo nyocho chokke ama harkere kop meyera poyini
no lo barke ko meyera pen ko ni yer men do paru bijwe ma chel
ni do paru bij medwe ma chel e ka ku morta beretino do para bichel amem bobe wine teko ne jo mera mi chel gi noroto eto CDF to do ko be peba jo pierre wi enoto CDF to do ko be pe jo mi chel kite yine ko bokere jo pierre wi ena motimo enoto now donc pe mano ogende ko be European Parliament strongly condemn the conduct of Ugandan elections on the 15th of January 2026 which were marred by abuse, widespread intimidation, fraud, violence, and nationwide internet blackout.
Yeah.
Because be kita me internet beru kere pecha. Intention na jono tieni ngo. Me chegu internet. But also the government was clear ne by both UCC executive ame obinu kobo ikarme internet arwente ko ne gino tu chegu internet PN all the security agencies udonyo hameko boni there is some kind of security threat.
Your mobilizing
through
the internet mebalo
yera
me Uganda
eka ke mebalo kuch. So for that the Joint Security Council they ko check internet for sometimes as they continue to monitor and try to counter
yeah. So ajemi koda ho doctor to Western Uganda kucha man it town Mekabale pe city man town Mekabale kanama go kuchu maho bula yot ameramo gin piera biru ya rio gine na meru notia setting websites ke social media platforms ame koko bi kubere me nyonya mono ame otiu kede me bolo jo ikop metich Uganda so dang opotor man jo timo kana molu ni Glim supermarket amenuti yu ameyai Kabale Binum Barara it is Central Division Kabale municipality ame deputy resident district commissioner Michael Muramira ena mautimo operation manu tenungo gi kede kon nyonyogo ducha do yino chimeti apolata laptops tie desktops tie ekate gwaro gi tero gi ipolichi so miringe ni penny advert ducha mekato piko meti no yoro juao pien ka joni piera biru are ono tio gore gini I ruma chela dit eka oti ukatuke yuva me bolo jo ni gino tio mi yoti dan kene nying dula papat nyo companies papat nyo departments papat no miru mi signal ko ni kai neno ginora me chali tich ko kwed yore ba irama tam ni obedo tich era no po bedo tich
kada wore website ajo amauti claiming no mi otichi now a wore ni mozi kanorogaba o ti ko donyo meketo line up me office mere
line up
me obedo me wibie eno bedo won come me gine motel ni MK Fund Administrators MK Fund administrators eno bedo won come eka ngata me lobo yore te bedo the female administrator uloni Dr. Jane Ruth Acheng
ni female administrator
yeah MK Fund
beri ma
Dr. Jane Ruth Acheng uchero
chengo te
yes umana female era city
kwa meta kwere o tweeting
yes ngato kende bedo honorable Frank remember zi amera bedo administrator
to mebaze
eka Colonel Mwamba da bedo administrator like Edwin Kagure obedo da administrator komni kit chene mor ken duchu ame donyete MK fund John yana yebino ber kere kara me loyo yor eta me one pot po water nyim ko water time check
korat chawate duogo
Oroma TV Duan Metumalo.
Nuong magoba Romo kai guaho chiente kede KCB Airtel Super Saver Fixed Deposit D star achel abora beach star biro star parachel ash me saving chahare la hariet tumia pira beach na miliona beach pidwera deck dwera bishel onyo dwera para rio eka ite nungo magoba atunu pasenti ya bongwen mwaha ketu chiente tie menono Airtel Money instant secure borderless KCB pijo piberere KCB Bank Janeno Bergi Uberu Bank of Uganda kede customer deposits Jaguako beru deposit protection ameramona ha miliona par.
Hey yo, hey. Kaba, tema, kaba, tema, nyonta, Mirinda, Pepsi, Mountain Dew. Kebera chokoro wangure birabo kakasa ruvimbo. Awangura yava mudiro. Kaba, tema, nyonta. Teme nyonta, kakasa ruvimbo.
Tema enyonta, wek ilo. Will chidok imat mokiken ikin mat me ichupa milliliter mia dek. Machalo Pepsi, 7-Up, Mirinda, Mountain Dew, Evervest. Rod itepeka, wek ibet kigu meloy drones, Noah, bodabodas, tiente makome, flat screen, smartphones, kimukene mapolata. Ngoma ineno, ena yegin ma itiege ker meloy ne. Tema enyonta. Crown Beverages Uganda Limited ena yekeliwu dok bere tie pikara manok lobo chik metich kede
singa simucha
o kelli ole yin ko be treating malaria chabe mani jonya ko budu duga duch ko bakana behoniti ye ulu gai ati peho chuka na we yakada wumi wiya duch uber chunka yote cha kumara gonya ko kellige na ko be ni chuka na yege obe neta down tie eto kekere ko amandu ka wurnya wo wil ule nu joti ngabu weler do ngara what can senga innocent wilki yuta petwere na chuka bed covers carpet idiot kitenge kikoigecha weler yuta petwere any mosquito net community kwene na mechibuka echi obeteke ngulel mede mattresses kwene komdogi norge kana kwa hobo yini what can senga innocent tiuchi bera komo yamrodo pimereke mulam complex jange ukaneti taxi park mede bus park igate stage gulu city aberi kati borate kai goye wachimu kelu jome na kwena yini tie go chimi senga innocent na manota bira bichela chela dega bichela rio bicha biro unyo ina manota bira bicha ngwenora bora bungwena dega bichela
ikare mana menungu titek tutwale jo amokwano dir metiching ena metia mamata ngi ena miyo wegi ngej me Destiny Academy Vocational and Technical Institute unyangi ni manoko eka to yabo dogola laj pe jo amami to kwano tiching irome vocational junior kede craft
Destiny Academy ponyo BCP mangedo CJ tijikombao MVM mani kutoka GDC kwa kede charan driving welding eka addressing
pe vocational program wanogamo jo amoweho kwani korio dok puonyere termo hachel keken eka junior wanagamo jo tio klacha biro dok puonyere termo kadek well school fees tila hachel kede tutumie pira big keken
eka P craft wanu ponyo national certificate building construction woodwork technology ameyo beru chwero bao automotive mechanics garment design man ko yobo style duchu
fees me craft beru kala dekeken wari yotino mekelo ranga kilos pieriono kede nywagi kilos pier dek basari tiboro apio tina menu karro i first grade i P7 kedi senior ngwen dong nung Destiny Academy Vocational and Technical Institute iteo BSL British Corner Boroboro iyuame wori dakata la nyatir iramogo ichimi namba nota bira bora ngwen ariwa bongwena boro nota bira dek onyo nota bira ngwena bongwen nota dek ariwa bichela bich
a Galisid Secondary School a mechi lere putia ponga point bunyere wane wudi kwane ye wudi buranyere kermega wobe ti met chukula gamento lanyo ponye mesanse ze hats long a chemicals of pongi labgi jwa ti buge new curriculum mirwa ti library gi chukula ti computers a pirit en na mire chalo tinuni ye atina kwana Galisid SS we beru malo dang non nyang mechel a chukato pen ubergina Galisid buachon imwaga tutari ye pierre yo ngwen te new curriculum otina Galisid binukaro duche grade A ke B man result 1 otina galisi dese o bo gwa yudile wobe kere meke nyira du da wori ye pie mwaka mwaka ilwak berene wel pichi penyo doj twala tini ko ya mane chakisina chelna ya ngwen wobe nyira long agama tia timere ni lo indi chukula meti gombala gali rural south lera district iyu adwonga ya bor wara bago chako chawa deke dikuna ka parwe chele tieno yinna nyala lera district lera city dogolo lepton tuge la loro tasa chole tuwa bimki kucha la chawa nunga tini kaberi ya galisi go chima hidi pia game nora bira rio abongwena bicha bongwen nora bira bongwen new deputy nora bira bora rio abira ngwena dek bongwena rio not
Nyoka, awinyu. Idilo chon ni pielo brasi komwara man iti wood kwere kara. Tamatini ya wood koi dwar diku chon. Kai wari dwar no jwa war. Pe, awu dwar chukula mier teru tinu na iye. Chaka nani put pe winyu pi abaho junior school. Pudi, moro no kara no. Chuling dwa tati yore. Abaho junior school. Chukul chakai. Huchibera abaho town border way sub-county meters. Mia biche la kenka ya ikona bahedrugu tulera city. Abaho junior school riudoho mwaka para rere kudu lil. Wudi kilachi uchibuta tapa chukule sole wia kama chukule wia sole tete chikome upunye wa yera jwari ya kakeno upunye gino tino miyo tino wako upenye piwangi haba ho junior school bado day and body ya gamate wara nyimchaki nursery na P7 school fees do todo kopi uyu ko honyo ala petwere basaro gabi doge chake boro tinari ya kilaji tamu kenero ginpe chulo school fees o tino tichubabo paro dino chulo gini kanu chume school fees o choti na wiga mengi uko bikomtuho gindro mkwano nono anyualwe peitera tini ukara kwa gona machime nota bira ngwen nora bichela chela bungwen not unyoe nota bira bichela dega bichela bira
Itia tera me don ichato will wano ticho o chat will itich ijango me platinum credit amiti Kampala dushu nuong chula be keridan kare me don iduk tichi ke itigi kero do itigi gen amiti tera me birila loyo wano tia tera me winyu gibori chwa application kedi CV ni onyo go chim in number not abira ngwen not angwen abichel abich ario onyo not abira bichel abongwen ario abiro abongwen abichel platinum credit kachawa beru chene wano kelo.
Okay, Radio Q pira bongwen we are ngwen tonera de karche de yina maitia mai neno wa iyo Roma TV again ni data ni tia moroma aworo ayela morbe nyiga chela re ko me data ata gen ni tini ni dong kop me connections me internet tia ber so Orama TV noti live YouTube dadok kai typing kani Roma TV iteneno option ne watching live no bin berker kar me nen wa data cho comments ni ko gino mi mandok bera kar pe no cho comments ni nyo penyo ko chon e ko wanda berker kar me kwano kada cho QFM lira 94.3 ite searching YouTube no da puri binongo option no kene menen wa live do manu ngwa commenting
ronda commenting wana beru kara me kwano
comments ni ko yoriot
chelo kapure ya radio ni ya wana ko ni binu beru kara chel kede adit Dennis edim enap ame obedo atela me UPC
ilo ninga
nye Dennis edim enap
edim enap lokenda luoni Dennis enap
so enap edim anange ni Dennis edim enap amen obedo by the way is a lawyer by profession ero da do bere pilot
dang tuaro dege
yes tuaro dege
la tugu
now me de kala chelke de updates amenotie Denmark ni bay bot embassy gemelo Uganda embassy gemetilo Uganda utiko committing chenta mero billion piero boro wi angwen ke tonera boro pe kop me climate change alors me ping ametie yello lo Uganda tek polo wokine kan cha ko ni pero maniang because you know no kan ba me wa mod kod ma ne chu ya duong total ba lo ke ye pe yom pien ching turien bodjo kwano ke lo bodon ko ni peba tiginor tie me 1 year team me yugi wane bedo consistent yen wan yo bedo ke the season sario e ma hachel now ngomi tie la here o de noti o kwera but also in Kampala tiene kota metechwe Kampala tie chwe duong kere yama duong
ya jure
ametia ballo jami so jo tia metoni yango atia kelo kori Germany so me o lobo Denmark ne be bot embassy give ko chenta me ramu chenta me US chenta be ramu million piere we de ke tonera ngwena biro me ramu kere chenta me Uganda billion piere boro we ngwen kede tonere aboro
mano to on chente to twal ba
ame otawne biro konyowa now mano ubero gina me oluoni off budget chente menu bina menu wan yamo pay kede budget
gina no wan poti ugen no mano te no por bala tugo now ajemi ka kanene pangya na wora te kwano gine te ka kwano chunya moro iye dok tugere ni adung lobo yor ka gote Museveni wor ni State House ameti Entebbe obino lumo bema dushu don me company me kubere amolu ni MTN me wori i nyamu loka pili tego
telecommunication companies
pedusho mi ando koni yina da cha bedo kere gong chuny balan so oluongi State House eka teko ni nyam lok chanuti akwa koko pien mandong press unit ene chwalo ngwa me jo nyam ni nyam lok cha unutia makwako kita moro modongo keri chato wel ilobo Uganda ni be chim ando rechak po imena machel kar company zuka ni kon UTL da potie endo Airtel kono pien ngani Airtel dang tie so jo ame wor bedo inyamo ko pasha karakter duong lobo obedo chairman board of directors me MTN Mr. Charles Mbire eka chief executive officer CEO amoloni Sylvia Mulinge kede general manager corporate services Inid Edroma so mena machela ana penya na wari chak pengo company zuka ni disupe woro eka mena bario press unit ramo ko bi wako mi mong dusu amejo nya
of course bolo do yinge o kala ho gina me an kire yin miru win eto pe gina me no nya mere dusu eto wano to kire gen ni mono tie pe bare e cha kene tie me yobu services MTN me da mere be bare you pay to perform against the expectation of the president but maybe from that meeting no bi no me you jamo kene yowere anatie taking it on a very positive note Ramadan wan kan ka bosu
era ni malu ngomi anu pe ginatia chak gongo chunya ko ni na khachani atela menu pe peru no eto tia communicating can it be located using other means keri jamo kana pola do ana bero tam no tieta manu dano patieta mono tetam ko alo iyore moro but anyway manu kar skedi manu ngama wor timere bembem joado ditalo i company me MTN Uganda aworni lumo bero bodgio ta wodgi nyamo ko papol keda duong lobo State House ametie Entebbe ajemi
now Bishop Ogairi man pi ankole otio me yotambot odoeme kanisa me bedo kede gino me gino ron tiyo me kelo chene chawgi wek pe obeneno ka mot achala ba sos me chente me dongo kanisa karchel kede me kwogi nyo percentage ora me okwanyo te me yugi achala ba cholgi era ko no mo unu gino ora me iramu tiyo unu gwen mi aponi en diocese seren itie cha ho the coffee project ame mo nyo season me coffee chela me bere irio ni mo hachel chena no nok ame gini nu bere million me chele piera boro to million me area piera beach now ame chimni as diocese ginu po tiute maraj to twal so en mir mertieni imo hachel chel no diocese tikere chenta mero billion a chel do de ko boni diocese ducha metite iriongeto Ogeri mir ma gino na mero tiyu me mi chente bedo e chingi do eno ko ni pe pore me depending yo lungu gufuni duch i chenta me okrotao mio man pick up me dongo kanisa karachel kede jamu kan eto pira dang tek ni wan mir bet karachel kede pira dang tek ni wan mir bet karachel kede project so kene ametite kanisa so mono bishop me ankole diocese right reverend Seldon Musigwa amen no dia local quelques hotel amen hotel amen Bunyoro Kitara diocese amen no woro len mogi menen na pora ba amen ginu tutim okay and ko ni petia ba val me beroka depending on Sunday collections okay you noted that the church can no longer survive only on traditional ways of collecting Sunday offerings from believers to carry out development me kanisa and no tia local kede and yoni engagement me Bunyoro Kitara diocese ame ngata me motel we bedo right reverend Jacob Twolo the bishop de Bunyoro Kitara diocese amenu tie gini ichohere yunge gini woli me.
Okay, ajem ogudu ka chele kan woro ko iweyo ko nen morni dong nuti atoro chunya chakana haworo chunya tororo. Co-host me African Cup of Nations 2027 manjo ni me Kenya ni. Tia ko boni kanu twere mirno choro ko anyim wech me Afcon
yes
ni mirno choro gen pedo ko ni yera
yes anena new vision
gen ko boni kanu twere mirno choro ko anyim Afcon met 2027 ado wandong lawo do wati on ni akibwa do jo chok tieko mir wano nena dilu ni kede kucho twal gwechi ko magopo pasha so ngarachel ametia maboyo kop me yubo gine amoluoni local organizing committee enobedo dana chela dit local organizing committee me Kenya ko ni yera gin ti idwe me aboro 2027 amedang nuo
luoro me
kuku robert tie amenu Afcon nutie dati mera medo yero nutu donka kara no keken gente koni kono twere miru chor gino kwa nyim eta na woro atia chaho debate ko diwe koni ka undum ikoni chor nyim wegdo bet kai count zario kendo bedo Tanzania kare Uganda we wana nungwe chapol da kwene ilegme akibwa so gin chao tor chinye diwe.
By the way, another commitment okay na me one meal making us Roma pola yote ametungeyo akibwa ni dong tiugi kakwene akibwa tiugi kakwene jo neno ke TikTok amenga torbola no eto wana chala Roma we need to make commitments we wore ya kibwa okele wa kibwa yunge winyere karachel kere management me samko ameta gera kibwa wana bino kele one veiling kwena ma kibwa tiugi ye in terms of percentage kero mere do utuno percent adi in terms of the time frame the town again no tieko within the time frame okay projects okay na menuti bino kere kibwa achala ba swimming pool, basketball court,
yes,
the indoor games, alpha, but also the common man tia metoniango ena kibwani kontido nga nenningo ena kibwani tia nenningo. So let us make that commitment this coming week. Uni wano bino donyo karachel kere nino mora chel ame wano bino anve Roma TV ibino ngiyu yore tiene chawane wana tu loki roofing nyoni goyu wia kibwa tido nga waranyim goyu wia kibwa do tiama waranyim ngata mitoni angne komdo ngero fiti yoko oelo keto komoko kado ngutia goyu wia di lekweno gweye ni kono the VVIP section, the press unit, the press section tiene all those the presidential suits tieni ngo
chengora na ngole kuno no jote timo waya moga don chogi waya mogo mekubu public address system amebedo permanently station there ate koni lobo kare ticket jama pole entata meka uweyo kwa chichek eka tedu chionda medekede updates ninge chala riomoro te jolo welo wako chawoni man radio kio kedo Roma TV
Singa simu cha
Okeli ule yin kome treating malaria chabe mani jonya ko budu duga duch ko e ko bakana pehoni tiye
ulu gai ati peho chuka na we ya kada wumi wi duch ube chunka ya hote cha kumara gonya
Okeli ge na ko bini chuka na yage obe
neta down tie etu kekere ko amandu ka wurnya wo wilu ule nu joti ngabu weler do ngara
what can senga innocent will ki yuta petwere na chuka bed covers carpet idiot kitenge kikoigecha welere yuta petwere any mosquito net community kwene na mechibuka echi obeteke ngulel mede mattresses kwene komdogi norge kana kwa hobo yini won kesenga innocent tiuchi bera komo yamrodo pemerkere mulam complex jange ukaneti taxi park mede bus park gate stage gulu city aberi kati borote kai goye wachimu kelu jewe na kwena yini tiye go chimi senga innocent na manota bira bichela jella dega bichela rio bicha biro unyo na manota bira bicha ngwenora bora bungwena dega bichela
Itia tera me don ichato will one ticho o chat will itich ijango me platinum credit amiti Kampala dushu nungchula be kiridan kare me don iduk tichi ke itigi kero do itigi gen amiti tera me birla loyo one tia tera me winyu gibori chwala application ke CV ni onyo go chim in number not abira ngwen not angwen abichel abich ario onyo not abira bichel abongwen ario abiro abongwen abichel platinum credit kachawa bedo chene wan okelo
wege charan fundi kero chat materials ung'iew kuomgi amano tiwonya kine wile do businesses gi Bistella Enterprises Lina City. Bistella Enterprises tie chatu charana tek teta papata me nyoni weka tine to nyoni weka tine tekika maktia be. Bistella chatu jami kwa duju chalo baby lock overlock zips a papat wichi charana me gore designs liners mapecha chaki ena tino na me gomichi westband elastic ribbon chokchi piotino kwan makacheja papat kile spares charan long. Oti fundu bo kwa uniform schools ketu budgets yere corporate wear sweaters kere bocha papata kelo smartness. Bistella Enterprises te chuka duong Lira City kai donye malu tu amlam complex no ilobuka corridor imalu no itongo lorwe tu wokchen kana macha chiltia memenye yeno doga kene donye geto primary coronation park to yiru malu tie dogola na machele chitu chem go chimi ye nota bira bero achela chel adega bongwen achela boro. Bistella Enterprises ka wilu jame kwa kiri chara ni wilu yoye.
Nyoka, awinyu, idilo chon ni pielo brasi ko mwara man, iti wood kwere kara.
Tamatini wood ko idwar di kuchon.
Kai wori dwar, no jwa war.
Pe, au dwar chukula mier teru tinu na iye.
Chaka nani put pe winyu pi abaho junior school.
Pudi, moro no kara no.
Achulik dwa tati yore. Abaho junior school. Chukul chakai. Huchibera abaho town border way, sub-county meters, mia bichi ala kenka ya ikona bahidrugu tu Lira City. Abaho junior school riudoho mwaka para rere kudulil. Wudi kilachi uchibuta tapa chukule sole uya kama chukule uya nsolo tete chikome upunyi wa yera jo arieka keno upunyi keno tino mio tino wako upenyi piwangi haba ho junior school bado day and body ya gamate wara nyimchaki nursery na IP7 school fees otodo kope uyu ko nywa la petwere basaro gabi doge chake boro tinarie kilaji tamu keno ginpe chulu school fees otino tichubabo paro dino chulu gini kanu chume school fees achoti na wiga mengi uko bikom chuho gindong kwano nono anyualwe peitera tini kiukara kwa gona machime nota bira ngwen nora bichela chela bungwen not unyoe nota bira bichela dega bichela bira.
Will wear law ita manyen man. E you me back to school promotion. Will jame pa Movit man focus product. Movit Yite toothpaste. Movit abo jelly. Movit baby jelly ki Movit shower gel maro maliba beach. Ibi loyo pen chuchut. Will jame mati kine kaliba para beach ni o ali piera rio wiangwen. Wear law bucket melwalk. Will jame will mechiling ali piera rio wia beach ni o ali piera ngwen wiangwen. Wear law math set on your lunch box. Kai will jame makara ali piera ngwen wia beach. Ibi on school bag ke mech mo kena mo duata. Rone ma will fotie. Lobo check it metich kede. Movit all day confidence.
Hey yo, hey. Kaba, tema, kaba, tema, teme nyota, mirinda, Pepsi, Mountain Dew. Kebera chokoro wangure birabo kakasa ruvimbo, awangura yava mudiro. Kaba, teme nyota, teme nyota. Kaba, teme nyonta, kakasa ruvimbo.
Tema enyonta wek ilo Will chidok imat mokiken ikin mat me ichupa mililita mia dek machalo Pepsi, 7-Up, Mirinda, Mountain Dew, Evervest. Rod itapeka wek ibet kigu meloy drones, Noah, bodabodas, tiente makome, flat screen, smartphones, kimukene mapolata. Ngoma ineno ena yegin ma itiege ker meloy ne. Tema enyonta. Crown Beverages Uganda Limited ena yekeliwu dok bere tie pikara manok. Lobo chik metich kede.
A Galisid Secondary School, a mechile putia ponga point bunyere wane. Wudi kwane ye wudi buranyere kermega wobe. Tie met. Chukula gamento lanyo ponye mesanse hearts long. A chemicals of pong yilabgi, jua ti bure new curriculum mirwa ti library gi. Chukula ti computers a period, and the mire chalo tinuni ye. Atena kwana Galisid SS, we beru malo dang non young mechel. A chokato pen, ubergina Galisid buachon. Imwaga tudaria pier yo wen, ten new curriculum. Otina Galisid binukaro duche grade A ke B, man result 1. Otina Galisid SS, o boa gwa yudila wobe ke meke nyira duche da wori ye pie mwaka. Ilwak berani, will pitch a penyo dot. Twala tinu kwa ya mande, chakesina chelna yangwen, a woman nyira long. Agamatia timereni no lo indi chukula, meti gombala gali rural south, Lira district. You are donga yai borbor wara baho, chakuchawa deke dikuna aparwe chele tieno. Yina nywa la Lira district, Lira city, dogolo lepton ture, la loro tasa chole tua bimki kucha, la chawai, nunga tini kaberi ya Galisid. Go chima hidi pia gamen nora bira. Pira bungen, no dipiti, nora bira bora yo, a pira ngwena dek, bongwena yo non.
ikare mana menungu tich tek tutwale joma kwano dir met teaching ena metia mamata ngich ena miyo wegi ngech met Destiny Academy Vocational and Technical Institute unyangi ni manoko eka to yabo dogola laj pe joma mito kwano teaching irome vocational junior kede craft
Destiny Academy ponyo BCP Mangedo CJ Tijikombao MVM Mani kutoka GDC kwa kede charan driving welding eka dressing
pe vocational program wanogamo joma weho kwani korio dok puonyere termo hachel keken eka junior wanagamo jotio klacha biro dok puonyere termo kadek well school fees tila hachel kede tutumie piera big keken
eka P Craft wanu ponyo national certificate building mechanics, garment design, man koyobo, style duchu.
Fees Mecraft, beruka laha dekeken, wari yutino, mekelo ranga kilos pier yonono, kere nyuagi kilos pier deg. Basari tibo rapi utina menu karro, i first grade, i P7, kere senior ngwen. Dong, nung Destiny Academy Vocational and Technical Institute, iteo BSL, British Corner, Boro, iyuame wori dahata la nyatir. Iramogo ichimi namba, nota bira bora ngwen, ariwa bongwena boro, nota bira deg. Unyo nota bira ngwena bongwen, nota deg, ariwa bichela beach.
Okay, ujoli da ko ne ya iwe chiche kameno donye panga we chiche ja we bo
po bera bora tak
okay opoi dogo iwe chiche me chato will political wakan yina medo itie i TV ko chane i chak dong chwalo comments ni ko o yor kai tikira penyor ke ken amana hare kitamani kona nu opportunity amito penyo Dennis Adim enap choko pien Dennis Dimenap binu beru kedua dake anono kame abine nyim ento ajeme me peru wora bor poini programan jo ametia makelo botu obedo King James Comprehensive School me noti ye King James School King James Comprehensive School kere King James School of Nursing and Midwifery ametilira poini gamo tindo ngamatia ma wora nyim gina per tini mano ichwala tino ko yoriot kagwa konyo yina chawani pot pe wori gamo admission pi amea ya King James when King James School of Nursing and Midwifery ticket certificate in nursing unyo certificate in midwifery eto apir tekero gume kwan amea waro wiye amea luoni scholarship tie ametia ma ya bot tekwaro lao ite tela Dr. Engineer Michael Odon Kune medokara chikere director dange kokome Mr. Dickens Odo dong yin miri kete kekate kubere kede jo me school ko weko kwani ukade number me school malu yoriot not abira bora beach a beach aboro not a beach not number chima me kubere ko kede King James nyaka ite beru kede kara menungo ngeta tut ikomwa meti merepien bases me King James da omotino ni yae pacho ka were da kubere tiote duoko tino da ko pacho kun noti utikere bajge amemi no kwanyo achara maga memirno beri wi not abiro abora beach a beach aboro not a beach not mano
okay apart kere kwanyo biashara nyoni apart kere kwanyo garama rather amemiro beri wi enda dongo safety atin no pere tech ne ka tintia documentia dokre bas me school notice safe now poyo dang ni yida me penyere clash abiro ame macha dog me penye clash abiro bere tie tini dang yang ni dog me penye sini yang wen bino bere tie tin right
yeah
bino bere tie tin
na penga ngomi wa will carry updates that product updates
updates now so ngame bino ti mere kayini penyere ya biro Fountainhead School of Fountainhead Institute of Management and Technology dia me ame yugumbota tena mo penyere kilasha biro o karchel kresini angwen menungo kwan now the academic registrar me Fountainhead Institute of Management and Technology dia me ame yo otina mo penyere kilasha biro karchel kresini angwen ni manano gamotino dia me wora nyim chahare gamtino man tu o chahare ko ichio kivu meni do bongwen medwe ma ario o machani ario pierre bichel donc piotino me kilasha biro admission otieni obinuga mi karachel ke dango timi basare maro anonap obinu mi obinu podo wie kadang unity cholo ka well matching la hachel tin to me pira big ken mono yina me better ten me class abira me mir wore kwane founded Institute of Management and Technology kadang otire me class angwen gino bino gamogi national certificate program dan yini bino cholo ka la hade ke tin to me apa mono patam. Now the national certificate programs ame tie ame yini better at tinna mo penyere senior 4 ame mir wore bet ke kara me quantity national certificate in agricultural production, the national certificate in plumbing, the national certificate in automotive mechanic, national certificate in woodwork technology, national certificate in building construction, national certificate in electrical installation and maintenance, national certificate in fashion and garment design. Now, courses I want to go in dushu birote kakara ne mo kariyo.
No kariyo.
Mo kariyo keken. Now, eketi do nyukede national certificate. Ame iraunu kede teach kakano kene wilobo. Eka pe junior certificate ame nutie tie junior technical certificate in bricklaying and concrete practice. Mono me birote mo kia deck. Eka junior technical certificate in garment design and construction, junior technical certificate in plumbing and pipe fitting, junior technical certificate in carpentry and joinery, junior technical certificate in motor vehicle mechanics, junior certificate in welding and metal fabrication, junior technical certificate in electrical installation, junior technical certificate in agriculture. Now, magina go duchu binutero mwaki adek.
Makadek.
Kwani binutero mwaki adek. Now, kayin miere tema applying. Nyoni miere gam kamiere tema applying for national certificate karchelke diploma in business and humanity. Po yuni binubere ete yoba me basari.
Basari.
Now, kayiti interested. Data ne yina me chapke na tina me pera ombero kere kare kere gumme wori clash abir mir bed interested your pera wori A level mir bed interested go yi director your principal chiminam not abira ngwen achel abora chel not abiro not abira ngwen achel aboro achel not abiro nyoy kuber karchel kede academic registrar nama not de kabung wenario abora chel, abora ngwen, nota de kabung wenario, abora chel, abora ngwen. Yini biru wara tira na Founded Aid Institute.
Okay. Mano karti kede mano atamido uwari we mora chiche kameti brief tutual piendo choku were karti kede welo wa edang pedake hachela rio moro poda mi welo mara ma bea te moto wa Amorwa.
Wela pire tek. Wana ko ne program man ka yini bini ye mir wana mat pi.
Mir mat pi.
No, jo ame the water break ka wana belo kede. Jo amo cholo pire. Wan miro kelbor wan velig the water break.
Yes.
Jo amo cholo pi water break obino. Eke chion kihu wele wa dusu bino belo kede coffee.
Yes,
coffee. Biro mat chai breakfast. Bino belo ye kanene. Now, pi breakfast jo ame cholo pire wan do bino an veling ichion kihu. Now, Frank tia pe ni lunch kono.
Lunch no yago. Era
yes.
Enandi ateluoro. Kado breakfast ateluoro ya miero pe medde.
No do
kado breakfast ngo pero no miero pe chwe lo MD. Miero pe chwe lo MD. Ateluoro ni ramunyono match.
Very mandatory. Very mandatory. Robo koti. Wano kana koma potino. Pro medde.
Okay.
Felix Okoto gongri yite mako.
Ami ta bed ba Felix Okoto. Ya miero bed ka kiti keke.
Miero pe timo.
Ni memi ko mbere yot. Premier chema duom tutwal.
Well, what can we chat with?
Man for Radio Q.
Emma, I'm the Director of Studies of Bishop Tarantino College, Yite, a school for the girl child. We have a number of programs and activities that we do as a school. One, we have more teachers who are experienced to carry out the teaching and learning for the learners. So we have been in existence for quite long now, from 1999 up to now. Bishop Tarantino is still striving high, promoting girl child education to lift the girls to the better levels. As Bishop Tarantino College, we welcome all the parents to bring their daughters to school. Bishop Tarantino College has a mission of promoting the girl child education, living a sustainable life of self-dependency. So we are here with a good learning environment to empower a girl. As you look around, it's very conducive for the girls to learn. We have enough computers in the school. We have well-stocked library. The laboratory is also well equipped with all science equipments. We have O and A level, and at A level we offer all subject combinations ranging from science to arts. So if you choose Bishop Tarantino College as a school, parents, you would have chosen the best future for your daughters. Here we have A level, and our first sitting for A level, students passed with very good.
I'm Alpo Esther Ebdao, teacher of English language and literature, and in Bishop Tarantino, we aim at promoting girl child education. As you can see, our library is well stocked, providing your child with an opportunity to do too much research in all the subjects that the curriculum provides for us. In our school, we have so many books and a spacious place where your learner can sit or where your child can sit and do their research.
A very good morning to all of us. My name is Daniel Gosio Mara, and I'm one of the directors of Legacy Schools. Legacy Schools has 3 compartments. We have the nursery sections, there's the kindergarten, and we have the primary section running from primary 1 through primary 7. And now we have the secondary section.
Yes, my name is Ongor Augustine. I'm the head teacher of Legacy Primary School. I'm here to let you know about Legacy Nursery and Primary School. At Legacy, we have a very good conducive learning environment for our learners, and the environment is spacious enough for our learners to exercise their freedom of, or let's talk about games and other things that involve their physical aspects.
Hello, I'm called Aliek Pole Onya, the Director of Studies in Legacy Schools. Legacy has 3 sections: primary, secondary, and the kindergarten. With our enrollments, last year we enrolled a good number of students, and in primary, then also in secondary, we even enrolled a great number, being the first year, and we are expecting more this year. Therefore, I welcome our dear parents to come and give support to Legacy School. We have our admissions in our school center, which is in Amusha, in Aleonbir village. You are welcome. We are waiting and kindly waiting to
menu tie nen YouTube. Chunya yom tutwal menen no ngoa medok tie i display.
Yes.
Adum James Omar lem tia makelu welo mara pire tek.
Yes.
Analoni mastic.
Yeah. Iye kan otie karachel ke de adit boni team. Ame ene me walk up me chato will. Okay.
Mastic. My brother.
Yes.
My brother.
Yes, that is
he is my brother. Very, very good.
Adit Bono team, I may walk up me chato will.
Chato will, yes.
If young at me Sky Water. A chala wan no beru ko bopire. Kera chala woda wan ter borunin. Ka wan over water break. Kera ka wele watia bina me ti me studio kan. Gin mi bet kera ka me what a water break. Water break wani mi bet the real water break. A mema to pi me pacho
pia
chill pio kio pia me mollo come cuoio e poi cadio ame yai tutu aloy polo wok jo ame yai tutu apala ti pi moro luone akongata pi cha wadang mit wano ngeo so I did bono timu jole matek
Poi matek James Marile
all right
Poi
okay briefly
itiningo
Atiabe
Sky Water tiningo yes one tikanda dong
Sky Water Atiabe
we are very happy what is new in Sky Water first of all kacha kon kedinga me yinibedo iden kom camera na no eno mor ka kena me yini yero ate ko be jo ngo ame yini kelo kane chawani kedinga me yinibedo yore war miro nge ko timbone ko malo
Apoyo matek jodusha metia neno Roma TV QFM ititi ulu ticha ber ani wani body team Abedos sales and distribution team leader company me olwoni Alvimo General Investment Limited Agile achichekere
Agile yes
Agile obero company ame yobo pi man Sky Water
okay
Polajo
Ajeme kono
ando nenda kwa bila chelor
so
bila chelor yes
kita nera ko bukede ana tiu kede company no company me pashu ame yabu pia chill ulwoni Sky Water
yes
teacher obermene no ni jomar Sky Water mona chichekere but gina pira tekere tiede amene no ni customers wa nyojame maro Sky Water onu good experience bien mona ye miyo gibero loyal to the company to the brand so tinini ya yom twal me binukan me unveiling partnership ameti yakina wa kede wun yakina Sky Water kede QFM
Roma TV right
Marvel gina pira tech it's a very epic moment it is actually a wonderful breakthrough
in
terms of
excellent
in terms of business excellence ame mandushu pira tech idomolao yes
no so ka dog bot Paul po uni Sky Water obero mewa me pachu wanu awor kere pola kar obero ko boni wanu tino me pachu o tino me lao ameti twak ping duchu keram ke investment ore lao kan keram ke luginore nyene lira sitinyo itwak ping or ken me lao kan nwe konyo now adit ken okelo tiamo okelo KFM kar chel kero Roma TV ame neno mere duchu tie meneno ni kop me media kop me catalog wanu miu ngech mekarni achalo radio QFM obero radio mekarni so ka tino wa mogo tie medang section me polewok achalo ba Sky Water tubino one mi wunu chwa kete kre function noro pachu Robert Meliel Robert Menyom Robert kit function no ken nyi luo jo mor pachu Robert ber PM yin nyere mat kete kre capacity nyere wele kete fridge ameka wele ni obino emiu beru kere kar me mato Sky Water pien wane kan inene yewati adonyuni beru Sky Water pien me mar pia chil an tikere Sky Water bere pia chel kai tikere pia chil kiti yinene na we TV nyewi we radio tieni kore koporo kwane e bala dok chenne kop mera ma yich ya tuo yich kai mar Sky Water yindong ipeye so big up to the team ame yobo Sky Water the directors and the team ame tiane ne Sky Water oromo twak ping du chemela ame tiane ne Sky Water pe oromo ka twak ping du chemela oromo twak ping du cheme Uganda right beda apora be ni the local investor ame dang nuti pasho kan oromo tu yuti cha ber kitame Sky Water tete yukede yine mede ti win radio ame de tamani tiki nona me titi ame ti unique ame one mero promoting yin bin borwaka
okay kera penya chel boni ame pero ya pen yin gira ganiti iti yo mete mu biachar ni penya chela per rek ame ana ber ruate kede cha ame nuati ama wolim wo Sky Water kusitini joka no tiata me Sky Water ruenye ko by the way yindo ke gam akunti neno kamera jo mete ni TV kede jo amate
production Sky Water dog ping
production dog ping ti amede ya ti peti amede ti achegero ko ya ti amede mere kede don
me achel amita kobni competition katie ikara wano bini market wano donyo teke to competition aliet ikom joke na medang charupi
yes
so I don't rule out also propaganda. PM
propaganda dina
chato will. In that, yes. Dano Towni me creating concept or we customers. When young neni Johnny Goro knew this. But atia mita kop kanaler ni Wanotia Tech, we are producing and water, ametwero supply in can. Kikeni demand wati very high.
Okay.
Very high. Kai neno the current season. Murni jo apol tiamatu. But nonetheless, wana child management me sky. U tiu made a raw machine wa.
Okay.
Ameacha kuyobupia duonga me more than 24,000 cartons per day. Ame man to aerobedo a bear to 12.
Okay.
Kawano heritage.
Okay.
So for now, I'm very sure ni pia metie bino romo jo.
Okay. Miro message ma giki pia nini be me moto wa kele wa ngara ye yom kana la obero frank uyugi gold.
Atianeno. Customers wa amitapuo wa tech. Abon wun wanu po to aerobedo market. Abon chwa kamelao tikeri kompi gini yene.
Sky water.
Wanu po to aerobedo market. Amita kwa wuni umede wuna meda. Jema besho kao biro kiti nubero medon logo. Gina one miro team, one miro bit jealous. Kanini kai wuri lekudilo. Imoni Arsenal ticket Emirates Stadium. Manchester United ticket Old Trafford. Kada ibini bi business. Inunguni ipiu kenne, regions kenne. Jonathan miyo chwahe kompigi. Inuni pia chela i hotel room chela inido inu. They are indigenous water.
Pime paso.
Don't want to chwa akwa langi kede jo kenna me maro sky water. Met chwakowa attack kodosho.
Etiko ni miro mat pi ni nyero.
Nyero because wana do man mirbedo headquarters wa.
Headquarters, yes. Home ground.
Bi moro kenna ma biru kan should also bow down to us.
Okay.
Oh, right. Kokoro petie mono kele mono poine gin jo amegino choe tichu berotino me pasho.
Yes.
Ameka yini chwa hoge chimuni business been expanding jo apolo beru kele kar me choyo gi I teach. Nuda geno ti in a way no ko me chan teach ginang they also contributing in the job market. Mena ni jo wa meti pacho kana beru kele kar me no teach but also most importantly yina meti kele hotel making sure ni hotel le chela yi fridge ye room kala chel kele fridge kene ho sky water tea.
Kele ginu kana tia metodo ngako magiki. Ameta komni one pogi kayibo pi. Awor much unveiling chwao amolo ni sky tamarind juice. Amo kwani kom chwawe ku kome chwawe la
joma alo ni juich kom no juich.
Yes, so otikere jama pola o binuka tukere kombuchas ameti canned machines are do shutun ko ame kawa no installing man no do shu gina me wan no tiu tem ye lao me don lao kere above all raw materials anu wan wello no really bolani making sure ni wana uplifting your economically.
Right.
So as social corporate investment, wana chalo sky partnership ado wana tikere poll ata. Man is the latest. I want to joining hands together with us QFM, kere Oroma TV, making sure ni oloto wana tiyo no karachiel. I'm very honored for this chance and won't make taking a choice me tikirwa chalo sky water. That one we cannot underestimate. Amita puwa tech.
Amita penye magiki.
Yes.
Be the microphone pe muito.
That is for another day.
Mono tiba tuchujiri.
Yes.
Kano ikenda me.
That is for another day.
Kama retired bishop wori ticha tia.
Yes. Man Bono team, I am to you the Rhino FM, I count you dan Karachel ke the Voice of Life. Right, a poem I take Boni, poem I take Dwok Morwa, Karachel ke Pochwa, both teams.
Yes. Team Sky, one of you do till live. Poem I take. Okay.
Right.
Sky to the world.
Okay. What is going to take match at will? Go Karachel ke the Welowa, Adit Dennis.
Poem I take.
Adim Ena.
Sir Samuel Joe Nazari, Day and Boarding Primary School Lugeonsel, at the Okoglira City, Chukula Mountain America first grade ja. Tia Gamotina Monday, Chaki Baby Nakatopi, Kwanme Nazari, Kedekila Chachele Tuni Yabirme Primary. Sir Samuel Joe, Wunya Tinman Yang Aturu Jamil Lunga, Kwakwa Meremekilachi, Kedek Bedana Bear, Otino Wakaro Duch, Kariti Bor, Penyo District, Kelatini Sir Samuel Joe, Wekdon Atina Nature Malamechel, Woody Burtia Bear, Pia Wubenya Duchi, Pia Chilkere Match, Otiala Bear, Miatin Kwani Kuchi. kwa yot opunye wa jwa yota kiti doka kumgi mire dok tiji otino wa limo pinya papat pinya no jami wangi go chima director Mr. Samuel George inora bira bora rio angwena rio achel abira rio dek nyua edi inora bira bora rio abira chela biro abora bora boro twa latini kunaja pichi meri yorata Sir Samuel George follow the star. King James School of Nursing and Midwifery in Lira City is now open for the January 2026 intake. Choose your program, certificate in nursing or certificate in midwifery, 2.5-year courses for all-level graduates with passes in science subjects, English and mathematics, diploma in nursing extension or diploma in midwifery extension, 1.5-year programs for certificate holders and A-level leavers. Here is the incredible offer. Every admitted student gets first semester tuition fully paid by the Office of the Wonyachi, Paramount Chief of Lao, through the Lao Cultural Institution Bursary Scheme. Your second semester is sponsored by the Director Dickens Odom Bursary Scheme. Don't miss this chance to study almost free at our beautiful and well-equipped campus, Tinanai, just 2.5 kilometers south of Lira City. We have modern boarding facilities for boys and girls. Admissions are ongoing. Apply today at the campus, this radio station, or call 0785-580-050. King James School of Nursing and Midwifery, Lira City. Come and study like a royal.
King James School. Sasuna Fizi. Get a loan. Sasuna Fizi. With DFCU it is easy. Changunyo it's easy. Borrowing is easy. Pay school fees and win big. Sasuna Fizi. Get a loan. DFCU titi permet school fees o koi guri. Chulka school fees kun tiyo ke de DFCU. Onyo den chenne ameti ya kina million na para bit. Ke de million miya ngwen. Jo para bit o kwa me chul school fees. Onyo den chenne chabit. Alla nyo gine laga bit. Chulka kun tiyo ke de DFCU quick app USSD star aria ngwen not hash. Onyo ibot agenda DFCU ameti chigikeri ke de jam DFCU.
DFCU. Going further together.
DFCU, Bank of Uganda, NIA Dorkor, Cheno Kasama Mokane Bank, Dule Deposit Protection Fund of Uganda, NIA Gwakotuna million apart.
Karemo gurunga chuma hoko pacha petia yeni wore dog teach. Gen ka pain hate capsules. Ite doke dog teach. Pain hate capsule. Tiu pore rang tia te kamero mo kwenye kwa ya reme ugurungech. Pain hate capsule is a triple combination of medicines. Ame tiu melwenye koma rembala, a reme ugurungech, a reme kom, la karem, ler meduke de wangnyor. Kayata me binu gina rio petia kwenye kwenye ya rem. Gen kong pain hate capsule. Capsule achiel me pain hate gives better relief from pain and inflammation.
Gia malo que de salary loan me que si bia me kama bon jingu kinoro kiken. Ga million mia bichi wang chawa pierio yang wena kunu mi duere mia chelli pierario me cholo. Chabia cherani tin. Ke rota me gomo no kotin. Will to ni meleki chol kwano tinuni. Ke jamu ke na pola ta kuni tia gonya. Lim jang KCB bank oro kiken. Unyogo iwa chimi nama. Norra boro not. Adega chela chel. Angwena chela chel. Me nuong tin. Your planning no konina kadiri.
KCB Bank, for people, for better.
Yahi we gia ke de KCB Bank loan America ma bon jingu kinoro ki kentin. Banka dit melo bo Uganda. Ene ye doro ti KCB Bank. Lima kana customer wa go ahead deposit protection fund na re million apart wal. Jami du chubinuti. Kulubu chikere.
Danodik, ima bashi word Kampala bo.
Peba, man bache King James Comprehensive School. King James wanyo bache nye na mea mano tino wadungu game pache karme doke chukul. Edo kuto dugu ge duga pache kawe rama.
Awini chukulu tiamina mattress, uniform, keri school bag. Man boto teno senior chiel, senior beat, keru tina donye nyen bodgi.
Mona tene diara, pichi don weleri yota kuri kobe.
Jono mi cholo kwano do hayoro koba.
Down tino ge karet wama malo tutwal. Science subjects arts do it annual way. Chwa latina mane King James Comprehensive SS. Nyago nyo wobe ena bura chukul nyo ya ipacho chake senior chiel na senior beat. Piena gamale do chakaro kwa gwa di chukul neno long. Jami ponyere do chikunu. Computer ge buga elektro kilachi wudi bura bejo pia wobe nyira long. Gok ber kuna tao tino pete kuj bao tena baka. Ibe kwana kakoge kilometers za deke kenariye. Ungicha bisel na iwad Lira City. Go chimki Nora Bira Bora Beach. A beach aboro north. Nora Beach north. Unyo. Nora Bira Bira Rio. A bongwela Rio Achel. A dera beach aboro.
Everything you put your hand go up.
Wadwa awinya duanwi.
Mwanyene ndo tuno koni itero tini kara kwene pinwo panero mamalu.
Adwong ateru gi kai Kingston Nursery and Primary School mano ber Kampala kano komati Lera City West Division Lera City kanne.
Ber jono tieni ngo kwetita ko.
Kingston Nursery and Primary School atiu beria mano chukula bero cheka da oponya rieko ribere kara chelo yabo. Ame mano wero gametino eri baby tunukenage P6. Pia chile machi link chaliele work ya tiye itino da chamo kun chama bacha kene loko doga mi adam gi don pore yinanyual kopetera ranga nywage Kingston Nursery and Primary School pe ichwati ni kai buka lame chako choy pien chem duch kwene long tikunu non Kingston Nursery and Primary School ber mane yo chen ben rode yo wara na chicha doko dako tido lobo ge kokomge non ngecho kana kwa mane nora bira bora de kabongwe na chel nota bora bichel unywe nora bira bichela ngwen na bira bichela bero mabongwe na riario
gwongwa tini mano genu ba pia kabe.
Your name go open doors. You self go be a boss.
Tasty and rich and perfect tasting drinking water in every bottle of Aquafina. Are you dehydrating after a workout, grabbing a drink with your meal, or just needing to cool down on a hot day? Whatever the moment, nothing beats the smooth refreshment of world-class water. Refresh with a bottle of Aquafina today. Aquafina, pure water, perfect taste. Aquafina is bottled by Pepsi Cola International Uganda.
Aya Nursery and Primary School away Paj Village Leptong District. O kate pagetama nyene kope me yopunyere pi mwagari piro bichele. Mede chuku loye wiye kene doke professors atega kenatina ke loba hoko kucha. Katini tia kwani ya Nursery and Primary School mom. No directors obiru bembe malo kope puene na ke loba hoko cha teaching ikome. Habe tuku no pay yepian directors ba Professor William Boratina ke New York. Tia kara chele Professor Tom Borome Cambridge University kucha. Manu penerne kope punyere pacha Leptong karo ye kene to twal kare ya Nursery and Primary School again. Weka nyime tino to bere penaga ikope kato penyom ya leptonga lore tino ge ducho kare first grade mane penye kilacha bero karni aman mi gupa duong to twalbe yina jwa lechwa latini kunwe gama tiu chagarti ya wara nyimko meri nursery tunu kenaka P7 mano pe tina ya pacho kero chela buri chukul piano bero nursery and boarding primary school mache link to chalele work ya kere pia chilti kunu library megwa ko buke otida ka uponya tega Canada buri chukula memi yodo kope punya tino bero jodoge cha morda keken dormitory me buri tina nyira wobe long tie katuka lache med jame tuka konge papat o choyo ko ministry abobe kope punyere tuku doktina ka UNEP center na madwe tino penyere komidi chukul go chimbo director buo kope punyere man pinge chokenem ibe nora bira bichela boro mabongwe na ngwena bero machela ngwena beach unyo director me chukuli nora deka bongwe na rio mabongwe na ngwena beach bichela deka dek.
The time check on 94.3 QFM is brought to you by
KCB Bank.
It is 9 a.m.
Nuong magoba romo kai guaho chiente kede KCB Airtel Super Saver Fixed Deposit. D star achel abora beach star biro star parachel ash. Me saving chahare la hariet tumia pira beach na miliona beach pi dwera deck dwera bishel onyo dwera parario. Eka ite nungo magoba atunu pasenti ya bongwen mwaha. Ketu chiente tie menono. Airtel Money instant secure borderless. KCB pijo pi berere. KCB Bank janeno bergi obedo Bank of Uganda kede customer deposits jagwako obedo deposit protection ameromo na $1 par.
Okay, opoye titwal uduo kwa iweo achiche kametie ajeme.
Imal titwal kemi wakon comments ametie weho udonyo kwa program atia tira.
Okay, eta meperda kwa na comment tijo moro amedong chwalo comments every day, every hour, every minute. I think mumir ko chake po yen kweri jono. Tigi ya kinagi Alele Joshua from Chitende Entebbe Road. Nyeri me Chitende Entebbe Road chwalo comments ere chwalo tam chwalo nino YouTube channel. So Alele omi atura nobedo sign ni one recognizing ngoame Unity timo. Chwaka me timi iwa. So mano Mr. Lele ngata tena wana hainambie so kwania man Olope Andrew koni big up you people. Okelo Emmanuel God live from Lira City man podia kwa njome pasho and Otiang Alan. I am Otiang Alan makanika bohe kwana molem atia nenuhu achila petwere. Poe tutual Mr. Otiang Alan kakana me iti ye kwana molem kano. Live today from Loro Market, Mano Obankene Paul. Ikira kira pola poyo matek menen wako miloro kanene pasido tia don ka baje iti winyu kana me comment so tia ya
bie so kwana bohe loro dong kede
okay
kanoro wara nyi
panyo kango atia tamoni
yes
okay
yes
manene utia ko boni Alan and Nentiala Kwanako from the other side.
Okay. You Ramadu could joke and a chain?
Yes, Jokano at Amrodu could get in because at a year and I may no Tiamo Pie Namachel. Eto Purom Medecars Kede, Jamo Caramedo Tiborokan, a Pertakaro Kubero Kede Welwa Meniatinini.
Yeah,
Eka comments cannot be no quano, a kine.
Copor Petier, where Bino Kubera, Don Carcel Kede Welwa, Atira. Atira meweko o chagda do en programman o ko atira inge dakiha meramo a chel a rio o nu wano ti karchel kede adid Dennis adim en nap we ko winyi borre ngo amenti akobo kede ginne me polo waka ma karchel ke kop metela me UPC contributionnaire comme members me parliament a par rio UPC
yes
oberu kwene okay contributionnaire oberu
ko oberu tia me perra pe ni oberu kwene
yes
kongda oberu tia yo mana penya chala mata me obino me yo adimenap tekiendong ti live kedwa kakanene ame atame ka wando ti u connecting ena ko chani we konen ko ka comment a chella metikana me uyongo ji atotwal ajeve ngato ti ko ne ti mi t-shirt war rufni
okay
mani gamninga ne mi en ai mi t-shirt war rufni
mono kubera
okay
o tikede hello okay hello
yes hello
adide ni siti winywa
atia winy
iti winya ber komenio yati winywa goro
on a scale of 10 about 5
okay amechi woni miro yob ginoro
okay
yes ye kanu ti karchel kede James Somarilem Paulo Domariam
yes
karchel kede team of producers amenuti ye kan
okay
otam ne ko yini moto win radio odiku mene na tinini migi unge nga me yini bedo eka otedo chako program mana tira
apoyo minna apoyo mimi ya opportunity ni belo kere joilao iko mjama me kwa hoa achaljo da apoyo ba mimi wa donya bertin okato i periods by elections there ekadam mepoyo radio station memi opportunity amoro wondosho
ogama matek but also feel free kai chama me to explaining in order deeply you also feel free to use lab mono so that you are able to express yourself, you're able to explain and communicate effectively where you are able to use English. But where you are able to use local language, we will also encourage you to do so. Now, let's start this show by a simple question.
Yes.
You are Paul Beruwinyu, ni Manobedo, Dennis Adim Enap. Dennis Adim Enap. Paul Ajopenyo, Dennis Adim Enap Ababe. Can you in 2-3 minutes, mi wakonge nga Beru Dennis Adim Enap, Polo wo kop me kwanere, karachel kede, mwa me yini taone mir wano nge kede luak ama winyu radio nge about Dennis.
Adim Enap, bera tin lao me doholo. Me abera okaru kata.
Okaru kata.
Papa bero Patrick Enap. Eka tota opino to obero dano me busoga monien mbawije Esther. So Adim ado in doholo during holidays. Polere. Then Polera Binakwan, Kampala, Jinja. Akwana Busoga College Mwiri, Agoro Makere University. Agora Kwani Mweshodege School Amolwani Aviation Academy. Ame Ichawani Adima Bero Amolkop, Nyoele Monamoloni lawyer, your advocate, in a Wari court.
A pleader?
Yes, pleader.
Of the High Court.
High Court, Court of Appeal, Supreme Court, East African Court of Justice. The court of Ken Ameti under the Commonwealth.
Okay.
Across the world. Then professional Penabero a pilot. So then my first course at Mabilakwan University, Bachelor's of Arts in Economics. So technically I think 3 qualifications and I think 40 years taken.
Okay.
I better remember my UPC. Member my UPC. Aquano Dini me Protestant. Yes, so basically that is information I'm assuring you briefly about me.
Okay. Now, your brief comment about Yerame 2026. You know the Yerame 2026 warning on Achalaba Atalame political party, Oneno Joapol, Oneno NUP, Oneno FDC, PFF, Kalichel political party, Sokeno, Odonyuke, the positions gay Amahal Yerame 2026, Oneno Umini Awoti, Jimmy James Michael Akena, the outgoing member of parliament, Lira City East, also the president of UPC. If I refer him to the president, the next time I will also refer maybe Uthieno to the president because
president.
So for now, until such a time, I may moving forward is our president. So Jim McKenna, who is also the president of UPC, the position 2026. Now, Yina Chalabata UPC, what is your comment about Yerame 2026?
2026, just briefly to bring out something. 2026 was a lost opportunity for any political power, political party rather, that wanted to get power from President Museveni. Challenge I may want to look at the opposition, these other political parties. TNE, we only wait to begin organizing about 6 months to the election. But remember, the NRM and President Museveni, at all times, they're in election mode. Even right now, President Museveni is preparing his ground to contest at 1. But at the same time, opposition political parties, once you look out for the leaders, all of them are very comfortable and off, and you'll get most of them waking up 1 year to the election. Okay. Now, going into the 2026 election, if a party didn't have party structures across the country, if a party didn't have financial resources across the country, if the party hadn't organized activities, and make on your party know, me participating in an electoral cycle, then you cannot favorably compete against President Museveni and the National Resistance Movement, PNP. In much yellow the structure. Mario, Otigin Chente, they raise money from all sources, including that budget I made electoral commission me about political parties. Now, all parties that went against NRM and President Museveni, we were playing, we were just wasting time. So that way, even when some of my friends or colleagues in other political parties, including Jimmy Akena, coming into the election was not free and fair, the question is, what is it that you had done to make it free and fair from your side? Were you competitive? Uganda took about 353 constituencies. Of those 353 constituencies, did UPC field candidates across Uganda in those 353 constituencies? No. We had less than 50 candidates for parliament. So then, can you come in and say that election was was not free and fair. No, we can't, because you don't have capacity to even mobilize across the country. When you look at the composition of UPC, FDC, PFF, and all these other political parties combined across the country, if you combined the candidates, the number of candidates we had as opposition in Uganda, can we make up for the 353 constituencies? No. So then the question is, at what point can you say that the election was not free and fair when you can't even put up a quota of candidates across the country? So to that end, the 2026 election was a lost opportunity for all people who seek to have a positive change across the country.
Okay.
As UPC, I wouldn't want to stand and lie to people. We were very prepared to win the presidency or to win the 353. No, we didn't organize in time. Even where we should have been organizing, we were having internal contradictions. You look at FDC, PFF, UPC, Democratic Party, all these parties have internal contradictions, including the National Unity Platform. So, to that end, how did we manage our internal contradictions vis-a-vis the NRM? In this last election, we saw President Museveni bringing together all people that had disagreed with him. You saw Mama Babazi back into the fold. You saw Kano Samson Mande back into the fold. My mother Kadaga, the Right Honorable Kadaga, even when she had started shaking a bit within the party, she was eventually taken back on board. But then on the other side, leaders were not willing to sit. Us in the UPC, we failed to sit. So, on the whole, I would say we lost an opportunity because of our own weaknesses, not because the opponent or the party in power had an unfair advantage over us. No, it is simple and clear that we didn't prepare, we didn't organize, we didn't coalesce on the direction we wanted to take as political party, and more so for the youth.
Now, Dennis, we really want to understand and also be interested in that point that you are not organized as opposition, but currently, and you even stated that even right now as we talk, President Museveni has started even mobilizing for the next election, but also bringing together other team like Kadaga, like Tumukunde, John Patrick, and Mama Babas, you can name them. Now, let us go back to the first point you mentioned that oppositions were not organized. They wait when it's 1 year to go to the election. That is when they will begin being in the mood of election. Now, as a leader of political party UPC, what are you doing differently to make sure that by 2031 UPC is ready for the election? What will you do differently?
Now, right now, since we've come out of an election, we need to make an assessment, a review of the 2026 general election. We need to ascertain what went wrong, what helped us win for the little gains we were able to achieve as a political party, and then the shortcomings, how do we address them going forward? For instance, the internal contradictions. There being a dispute over the leadership of the party. How can we address that so that we don't have such a similar occurrence in the nearby future? How do we mobilize, how do we recruit new members into the party? For me, at this point, that's where my interest is, that can we sit down, are we going to sit and re-evaluate the 2026 election? Because we can't move forward without evaluating this particular process that we've been into. So for now, it's about evaluating and then reconciling the internal contradictions, which should help us come out in a better direction as a political party. That's my interest for now.
So meaning by 2031 UPC still will not be ready Because at the moment, and maybe in the next 2-3 years, they will have to be dealing with the internal contradiction within the party. So if we say by 2031, UPC will not be ready, or even if when they are ready, they will not be ready to take over power from President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Will I be right to say that?
Now, politics is politics. You can't tell what is going to happen tomorrow. Even one day, lots of things can change. And so, in situation where Achari UPC, question what do we want to achieve as a political institution? UPC has been in power twice. Do we want to attain power again? So then the question is, what realistic and achievable targets can we set as a party? PND Chawan, we have about 11 MPs out of about the 439 members of parliament. What is it that we have to do to attain a bigger number, or maybe to half of parliament? At the end of the day, how can you raise our number from 11 to maybe 200 MPs in the next election?
Okay.
Are there things we can do to cover the whole country with our candidates, and not just having candidates, but having formidable and viable candidates for parliament? Not forgetting local government, PN. Local government, once it is in charge of local government, you have administrative power as a political party to put in place the ideas, the manifestos, the platform of the party, so that people can witness what your particular party can do. So 2031, those about 4 years from now, what is it that we are going to do right now? Are we going to be stronger? Yes, as UPC, because we are learning, we have learned that once we have internal contradictions that impact on the leadership of the party, then we shall stand to lose out. So that is the lesson that everyone has learned the hard way, Akena and myself. So are we going to sit down and discuss, chart a way forward? Yes, that is what I am praying for. 2, if we want power, what should we do to attain it? Are we going to remain in radicalism as opposition? Or are we going to move into the center and find a way of Christianity with whoever is interested in seeing that this country moves progressively forward? And those are questions that we can only decide when we sit together as members and leaders of the party, speaking with one voice.
Okay, Honorable Dennis, at this point, we are going to take a short break. How will we check? How we account do Dr. Me here penyo kene? You very like no. Why my take?
Better boy.
Puni, kwa yako sutani.
Chungi kakane. Aha, enoko kono, urama.
Ule, ingia ka ngia pete pima. Kuni te balobonga, irwache ko pengtini.
Balobongi ni. Nupe akwano koye bona ya Lepton Skills Development and Training Institute bo. Chukul chaliet, utino kikao katuo hamare. Kope balo, chawa joka no kwane chukula bupi ngecha dunungo goga gene kene temeza mepimbo jwari. Iya Lepton Skill kujape, utino kwano kuja nirika nena tingi yunga inimiti yini koboka material. Hikin jama pola tamu punyu kunubala ya dressing man yobu wichidiro, tailoring and garment cutting man ngole chino kwa yebo. Yobo to hydroid roma malu, welding man chwenye diru kiri kubunyoyo. BCP man chano bricks chwenye roma malu. Obedo day and boarding admission pite wara nyimi wele chile tutabisha bicha kani chukul. Tieka kilomita chelka ya Lepton Towni wototoke. Inungo kome yunge Lepton Comprehensive. Tera tin kuna tori ya yunge tenunga dugimere. Go chim kunu pinge chureme nama nuta bira boro nora ngwen nora bichela bicha dek. Unyoe nuta bira bichela chela bichela dek nota bira ngwen not. A Lepton Skills Development and Training Institute. Skills are precious gift.
Mega cara diju. Kikar chingi kom jami wing makela laga ikoma megba. Gitu kichabun makiloni White Star Magic maweka wan maberu lenge cara diju. Amara mamara kachil kichabun makiloni White Star Magic. Chabun White Star Magic Premium tie pi dano mai maro dano ma pigi tek ipo ma megi ngweje meat u dak lo jami duju maleng Chabun White Star Pots dak yum mi chi kara duju mai tiu kede lo ko ba yot dak meat kai tiu ki Chabun Makiloni White Star Magic
Chabun White Star Magic kaburu bere chabuna nyen ame loko jemna pol ame company me Bitcoin ame yobo Chabun man mero chinga yuma mwanya ame apal chwinyi maokri jami koni Well Chabun White Star Magic ido amaroke ken unyu supermarket ame chokidi Eka ite winyo chil komi roma malo pininino
Fortune Spaghetti, Mali Yubunaye, Bitco Uganda Limited, Weru Cham Beru Mit, Doktie Kimo Cham, Maberi Yotkum, Kuni Romo Tedune, Kidek Mo Keken, Fortune Spaghetti, Perekimo, Maweru Itweata, and Totie Kimo Cham, Mameru Guvu, Fortune Spaghetti, Wele Yot, Dokri, Pikar Melaj, Tedune Yot, Tie Benekimo Cham, Makonyo Yot Kumi, Fortune Spaghetti, Tie Boj Me Grams, Miario Kipiara Beach, Kimia Ngwen Kipiara Beach, kunonge idukan ki supermarket mo ken matie chokwedi.
Hey yo, hey. Kaba, tema, kaba, tema, nyonta, nyonta, Mirinda, Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Kebera, Jokoro, Wangure, Bidabo, Kakasaru, Bimbo, Awangura, Yava, Mudiro, Kaba, nyonta, tema, nyonta, Kaba, nyonta, Kakasaru, Bimbo. Temenyonta wekilan. Will the Madgina Marame Bojo Mills Miatek, Mirinda, Pepsi, 7-Up, Mountain Dew, Unyo Evervest, Pro Telephone Way, where a bed can go Melanyo, Moroka Drones, Nua, Limo Duk, Piri Boda, Flat Screens, Kiba Pola Ta. Promotion man tipikar manora da. Jimmy went to you, Kundu Cheke. Pay me customer ni medu kede yini nen chan piti kede jami komo pika gora. Yer ka jami komo pika meo ya RNZ. Chahere yo pira chine medu kede brake pad. Jami komo pika meo ya RNZ bere jama deka kena ngola kede balle. Okel bore bere jea na Industry Limited. Wore temi yo oda nikikano kikana yo charo jami komo pika ya unyo gare jiro kikena te Uganda. Top Star Secondary School Lira City. Okata mana liri kopega metino pe woye kopunyira gwai kwane mwahari pirwa bichele. Mio nyuale tino gemire game chini ya chel. Rio, de keda bich. Mire rolaro yo yore Top Star Secondary School la ken. Pega la ten pa jobea nyual dima yeto bero paro. Kora ngeo kadwe no kabero pe Top Star. Tera tino kokunu we gama kare potieniem. Top Star Secondary School la kenatia meyo basare kome bange tino penjere kilacha bero tokare chini ya chel. Kero chelo kare chini ya ngwena bere wuri ya bich. O tio meyo da basare yom chuni bange tina tukubai kopegwe ya dilo. Tuku netball. Top Star Secondary School da choyo kokeri minister boko pe ponyere tuko Uganda loro tina ka yu nepsenda na madoi tino penyere di chukul kunu hi ponyere nyene new curriculum yem Top Star Secondary School bua korinen mio kare mwa karuche itina me penyere kunu du chukare roma malo Top Star mom ti computer lab computer zoruri ya ta dok internet ko mechochot o mio kon chemdu cha becho bange tino mana dongo diet school that you chibokano lingo pora ta dok chela kwa mepe weke tino donyo hatata dong Top Star Secondary School senior quarters ametile la city hills onyo ikubere kero lo chera kwa manpe ngechokena kwa kagama ibe ndora bira bora ngwen abicha bi chabongwe na ngwen na bicha chel unyuda nora bira biro machela biro mabichela chel
DFCU tiatingu yech me school fees oko igwohi chul ka school fees kede DFCU onyo dentiente ametie ikine miliona bich metunu milion 100 jo para bicha machako aloyo laka bich chabit kede chabit chul school fees kede DFCU quick app USSD *240# onyo what ijang DFCU bank onyo agent moro keken akadika quote ya tech itwero nongo DFCU mobile loan ametunu miliona bich chut ichimi ka itiu kede DFCU quick app onyo USSD *240# ting yech school fees okoi gwori kede DFCU bank DFCU jame lubo kotiji ubero the Central Bank of Uganda deposit a customer jagwa hobero deposit protection fund me Uganda metunu miliona pa lubo check metich kede
QFM. The future is already here. We play you tomorrow's hits today.
Right, to ma tek me du chen kwena chego me chata wele ye kano nyoni online utikala chel kide Dennis Adim Enap ame obero president me UPC ngata me chwa hojima kana chonyo yetia angemera me koni kana no bero president me UPC kada ni na wano lo kera kana wanda lo ni president me UPC
president
ni lo kero tieno o lo ndangi president me UPC until such a time amegino tiko kopge me yo
kere mero koda kwa kisha show man wando no o mio chiheria ni guest bedo live ero piginora do no pegere omiyo no Dennis Dime nap no perombe studio do wano tikere live ichim en pober kar metuno studio kani chawe kokome do tie loki yo to hamer moro ka nore yo ame yi me ping ngole pero de tuno studio kan
right ko porpeti no I chame neno tu wore kwana chi chegme chato will kere chame adi Dennis na tia building point no tia building ko ni ngome political parties gumia porba UPC otimo meneno ni okero gine candidates constituencies aramomia adeki we metilo of Uganda. Now, if I may throw back that question to you, did Dennis Edemenap, ngome unitimo meme king sure ni UPC oberukere candidates across the country as a leader of UPC.
Now, Omina, Abina better can challenge at one in Kongma jail. Process mayor of party president UPC, Obino Chaheri Epo, Wiman Wen Mahokaro. Eka Yonge Otieho nomination processes UPC, Oto Bipero Kere contradictions, your disagreements. It may process mayor party president Kena conducting Kere. Kongma jail. Akena observing terms area rio. Amelubere Kere Benchika UPC. Ento Electoral Commissioner UPC Obino nominating and for a third term. Now, Obino Bero Kere dispute imano. Enomio what he called. Court guiding 1 year. The his serving terms area. Amelubere Kere Benchika party. They weren't getting nominated. Mechung Achal party president for third term. Now, Kaka Akena miyo yo nyokong dimbed mod Mechak moyo Irumene ni of fielding your organizing party not preparing for the 2026 elections. Akena techaho to kere techaho kere party kere to wijo otemolwa delegates conference they holding on to na akena put down yene bedo party president at UPC kit me ko kere no. So disputes, conflicts internally mebero big me organizing party kit me mera organizing the PNMAGL. If you must organize the party, you use funds, your resources. Now, all those resources are onto the party accounts. Which party accounts are marking and hatin podo holding on to as a signatory? Poye may allowing a change so that we can access. So that way, we were impaired. 2, Akena has held on to the secretariat. So that way, using the secretariat in ways that we must use it, better take Bona, Achal, Dano, New leader, UPC.
Okay.
Then, of course, that entire confusion were affecting party, and it also affected me to a point that I could not organize as I should have organized within that short time. But also, well, lastly, the period of organizing elections away from the periods of nomination, nomination for different positions across the country in the last election started as early as August. But up to July, actually up to July, we didn't know who the party leader was. We were still fighting. So that way, we didn't get enough time to prepare. Now, what I want to introduce, and this term, in my term in office, I'm going to cut it by 2 years. That 2 years to general elections, we shall have internal elections to determine who the party leader is. So that the elected party leader gets a mandate of 2 solid years before nomination in your election to prepare the party for the election. And that's what Mama Miria blessed us with during her time. We had the election of Ambassador Laro Tunu 1 year before anything could happen. So Ambassador Tunu had some little time to play around with to organize the party. So those 2 issues affected us very much. That the time within which the elections, internal elections were organized before the national nations, And then the internal contradictions affected us to a point that we couldn't field, we couldn't mobilize resource for the candidates, we couldn't organize and put up structures where we thought we needed to have a favorable competition. So to that end, I got impaired that way.
Dennis.
Yes.
The last time we hosted Jimmy Akena on this platform, we did ask him about the constitution of UPC, because you have made mention that the constitution of UPC mandates that 2-term limits for the president.
For the president, yeah.
When we asked him, and he was able to say that our friend Adim is a lawyer, should be able to see and interpret the constitution in a manner where the UPC constitution states of 2 terms, but the constitution of Uganda is open to term limits for the president. In your own opinion as a lawyer, how do you defeat the argument of the national constitution superseding the party constitution, or being in conflict with the party constitution? In that manner, which one takes precedence? Is it the party constitution or the national constitution?
Now, the problem I have, or the problem we are having as a people, both members of UPC and then Ugandans, and specifically Laon, Akena Diabolojo Laon, is that Akena has very shallow lawyers who don't advise him accordingly. If I were Akena, and the best advice I would give Akena early this morning is to hire very credible or intelligent lawyers who would help him understand those basic principles of the law. But to answer your question, allow me give you, to take you back, to give you the basis, to put you into context. In 2005, okay, the question is, when did Uganda move away from the 2-term limits? Which year?
It was in 2005, if I may remember very well.
Yes, we moved away from the 2-term limits in 2005 as a country under the national constitution. That's when the amendment was made. Now, the Uganda People's Congress amended its constitution in 2008. 2008. The national constitution was amended in 2005 to remove term limits. The UPC constitution was amended in 2008 to put term limits. Do you understand that?
Yeah, very well. Go on.
Now, Uganda removed term limits in 2005, UPC put term limits in 2008. Then the other thing is, who are the people who are behind putting in place the term limits in 2008 under the UPC constitution? It was Mama Miria, a mother to Jimmy Akena, who was party president. Akena was the mother's vice national chairman. The term limit proposal and inclusion in the UPC constitution was brought by Jimmy James Michael Akena himself, not anybody else. That was 2008, right? In 2008, Akena was a member of parliament. You should have asked him, why is it that Akena, who was a member of parliament, who knew that Uganda had moved term limits, included term limits in the party constitution, if he thought the national constitution took precedence over particular provisions in the party constitution? But to make it and help Akena understand these basic principles of law, the constitution takes precedence normally in situations where there is a provision of any other law that infringes or departs in bad faith on the provisions of the national constitution. For instance, if the constitution says that the age of majority, or maybe a person to be considered an adult, must be 18 years, right? You cannot come and say that the age of majority under the UPC is 21 years. Age of majority is age of majority pursuant to the national constitution. We follow that one. Now, the constitution creates a Political Parties and Organizations Act. Under the Political Parties and Organizations Act, political parties have the mandate to determine how they govern themselves, including how many terms a person can hold. Now, the term in office for a party president in UPC is limited to 2 years. The Political Parties and Organizations Act allows us to limit ourselves to the 2 years.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Yes. If Akena and his reasoning, short as it is, stands that the term limits in the national constitution take over precedence in the UPC constitution, then Akena's lawyers should have filed a constitutional petition to challenge that particular provision of the UPC constitution. But from 2008 up to 2025, Akena was blind to all those things. Should we say he wasn't seeing or reasoning?
Maybe as a take to power.
Secondly, Akena has been party president for 10 years. He knows the procedure of amending the party constitution to remove a provision agreeing Ngomi Opolo put him amendment in constitution at UPC. Kai no tamoni the term limits in party constitution don't stand with in tandem the constitution of Uganda. Why didn't he amend?
Okay. Maybe Adwong Dennis.
Yes.
Kato about Paul Aria Chigi Barnama Chelty and Ukika did me Uganda the Supreme Court. Obino Kone the first time Makena. Amen no challenging, amen gam tala Borolar to Micha. Kita no do you office no petty proper. But again, thing were nyimte kobune the second term. Amen obero kede office was properly constituted. Amen delegate conference obero tie or endorsing and the process was complete. The first one, the process was not complete. Now, logically, don't you think Akena was serving his first term? Because Okika did me Uganda. Only the first term, I may want to referring. Chia. Kita binu kere mampishi no petty correct. But kita binu kere office the second term no correct. Eto, the other one was overtaken by event. By the time this ruling was coming, that term had expired. Meaning, logically, kangatora atamol pashola meaning I cannot put it first term. But also two. I don't know whether yes.
What makes a good lawyer and a bad lawyer a bad one is interpretation of the law and court decisions.
Okay.
And that's why I still insist Akena should fire his lawyers.
Should fire?
If he wants, I can provide him free legal advice and services, as I've always been doing. In the Supreme Court, there was no UPC case concerning the leadership of the party. The leadership question was resolved at the Court of Appeal. The application that was filed in the Supreme Court, Akena was trying to stop and to stay the Court of Appeal judgment and orders.
Yes.
Which the Supreme Court dismissed and told him to go back to the Court of Appeal. Now, those things Akena doesn't tell people. He's a liar. He only talks about one thing. Supreme Court of Kobonia, man. You ask him, where did the Supreme Court say that? Which case? Let him give you the case number and the parties. And you'll find Akena having dry lips. That is one. Two, the leadership question that was resolved in the courts of law that Joseph Bosa initiated were about the procedure of election of Jimmy Akena as party president. That case had nothing to do with whether Akena had served this term or not. It was about the procedure. It was a judicial review. What the Court of Appeal said, Akena erroneously got elected as a party president. The second ruling, the second order that court made was UPC members should sit down and elect their leader in accordance with the party constitution. In that judgment, court did not say that Akena's term in office has been nullified. Now, under the law, for something to happen by an order of court, court must expressly state it. Enomio, when I had a discussion with Jimmy Akena on that one, he gave me the same lame reason. And I told him, no, Jimmy, let me test this before a sober judge. And that is why I filed an application challenging his nomination. And in challenging his nomination, my brother, I'll take you back to 1966. In 1966-67, who elected Milton Obote as president of Uganda?
Tell us.
No, I'm asking. Did Ugandans participate in an election as we had done in 61 and 62?
In 1968, we did not participate in election. As
66, right?
66. There was that. If I may say something, in 1966, during the Buganda crisis, one young there was a constitution. One lawyers terming as the Pigeonhole Constitution that brought in place the presidency from executive prime minister to the president, and there was no election. Instead, there was a constitution, in the pigeonhole for members of parliament to take it and read it, and it was implemented, if my memory is right.
So my question relating to that, who gave Obote power to make that constitution?
I have not read the 1962 constitution, so definitely I am not in position to answer that question.
So, in essence, nobody gave Obote. There was even no legal provision allowing him to do the things he did. But because he had power, he did it as the prime minister. And that's passed on as a coup in English. In 1971, who elected President Amin as president?
No one. The gun.
In 1985, who elected General Tito Okello as president?
The gun.
In 86, who elected President Museveni as president?
Same answer.
Can we now say, because Milton Obote first term, he wasn't elected, President Amin 71, he wasn't elected, Tito Okello 85, he wasn't elected, President Museveni 86 wasn't elected, that those terms they have served are not lawful terms in office?
That one is for you lawyers to interpret.
No, the question is, how many presidents have we had in Uganda?
Several of them, several of course, now.
When we are counting the 8 or 9 presidents we've had as a country, don't we count Obote's tenure number 1, Amin, Tito Okello, and now President Museveni?
That is on record.
That is on record, not so.
Yeah.
Yes, now, in law, there is a principle that we make reference to, the Kelsian theory of law and state, that addresses political cause. Under that principle, it says, once my brother Omara forcefully takes over power, he consolidates that power, then he becomes that position he has taken over. So at that point, you're considered a president. If you've overtaken or you've overthrown a sitting president and you've addressed yourself as a president. Okay. So we cannot say that because Mr. Omara came in illegally, then he didn't serve as a president. Now, that was the basis of my case in court of challenging Akena's nomination, to which court agreed with me that even when Akena had been erroneously elected in 2015, the fact that he overthrew the leadership at the secretariat, called himself a party president, went ahead to nominate different officials of the party, parliament and other government agencies and offices, organized the 2020 elections. He declared himself president unopposed. He came. The fact that he did all those means that Akena served his 2 terms in accordance with the UPC constitution. So he could not again turn around, make up Johnny. First time, it was invalidated. There was no court order invalidating. That first term, he served it in full. If Akena is saying that Enpo Binobedo party president in that 1 term, then I can also institute criminal charges against him for obtaining money by false pretenses, PN, or Chena government, your taxpayers' money, as a party president. Chena Moya Electoral Commission. Does he want us to initiate private prosecution to demand that he pays back that money?
Okay.
Does he want to go to jail?
Adung Dennis.
Yes.
As we close that chapter, okay? All
Yes.
these brilliant ideas. You're a good lawyer, yes, and you have been a friend to Jimmy. You have also been working together with him. Of course, you have just stated here in advice. Why were you so jealous to give your brother this kind of advice earlier?
So again, I didn't hear well.
So, ngomio yini kobo polo Jimmy no bera woti and kiritama meti mewa in reference to the law karachel kirijamu kene. And yet your brother Jimmy no better what attack than Winibero Karachel. Then many times no Yiniberi Nimo to Hamere to do your other work as UPC. More game me you could tell me, but Jimmy John, so that the smooth running of UPC would continue. Why were you so jealous with this legal advice?
Omina Adimena Amaro Jimmy Akenatotwa. I advised Jimmy Akena right from 2017. Akena Neoni, I am the only person a mocho petition may proposing amending the UPC constitution back on term limits. 2017, that petition was served on a bill. In 2020, before we went in for those UPC elections, Abinarate Jimmy Akena office, a party president in Uganda House, at raising the same issue about the term limits. Actually, at proposing me, if he didn't want to amend the constitution, Pieneno Kobani is not interested in amending the constitution. He wants the constitution remaining the way it is, so that we don't tamper with certain things. Then I told him, why don't you step aside? I come in as party president, organize the party, and then bring you back in 2025. Step where? How Minna no Akena Jenny Akena Ngalojo Akena despising Jarad. Akena Tawani Kapa Pipo Kwano Nyototi Po Kwano then Kodnipe pero Ginore Mio Guinea studio Kanoko. Enough is not what he thinks he is. Akena despises people so much. Okay. And it is that despising people Amokele Peho.
Okay.
Yes, so I've advised Akena several. I tried. But the problem with Akena doesn't listen, he despises people.
Okay.
He thinks because he's the president's child, then the rest of you are servants. You can't speak to him.
Okay. Now.
Yes, so but the golden issue here, Ominda Omara, we shouldn't miss it. Elections are done, they are complete, right? Ugandans, Polere, Jolao, or participating in elections, government and leaders, your levels do shoot. Why don't we focus?
Chulka kunitiuke the DFCO quick app USSD star yang not hash onyo ibot agenda DFCU amete chigikeri kere jam DFCU.
DFCU. Going further together.
DFCU, Bank of Uganda, NIA Dorkore, Chino Kasama Mokane Bank, Dule Deposit Protection Fund of Uganda, NIA Gwakotuna million apart.
Annual pay you took a Nimatini, Chukulu Nura Nena Bear Quai Guacotino, Kirikiti Point, Hillview High School, at Tiarwamiri, Gompala Yami Rural North, Lira District, and Namir Yanya Tinika Kwani Yachwana Perupong, Hillview Manitia Gamotino, Chakichunki Tunicha Beach alone, Piscinia Teletunia deck, a woman year alone, and Burabura Chukuli Joy Yapatu, Otinome Hillview Beres Marichawa long, Kilachi Woody Burgechilata, Otimo projects are pop part new curriculum, a mapping peloatini, clubs and societies TA, discipline the war bar, Womere Malokunu, Otida Ugabo Bassa Reporting Malotero Tina Pol, Kerotina Riaki Kilachi Noitugo, Jammy Love Chu Ramo, Bugame Aquana, Oponyo Twin, Chekanuling Mota, Jama Keke Yitu Tina Tata, Chawa Mekwan Pay, Teru Chemen Gidu Pay Kunu, Agamadan Chatimere Hillview Junior, Nursery Day and Boarding Primary School, a mobile champion Nekato Penilera District, Manpi Baby Class Nariyabero, Boarding Chepi Kilacha Dekituni Yabero, Go Chimi School Hillview Yami Lira, Inora Bira Bora Deck, Ario Beach Ario, Abungana Beach Abungen, Nora Dega Bungana Rio, Achela Dega Wen, Ario Deck.
Ichawa mogoba dano gamulon pe jammi ame yore pe ojuao eka olungtu kamere tedo keng timu jama pir gi tego docho enti borwe apsa wano tikire lon ame gudu poni kokome itwaro gamulon me biachara abo jengu ginor keken nakwel me million miario kuni romo cholo pe karamero muka dektwal lon me biachara waniba bochere ber ame miyo plan me chatuwili chobere wine penpi lon man ichawa moro keken eka wanpe miya gamo kwa ya kine chawe pira biru yario kape winyo ripoti borwe kin chawe bichel ame kelo jamme dusa me mite wanda ko chuli laka bich me obal kare unyo loma bon I Absa Bank chader me kuoni pira tektotal borwa Absa Bank Uganda Limited jo ame ngio kor tigi obero Bank of Uganda kun chenta customers wadichu gwokera ber tedul me Deposit Protection Fund na kewel me miliona par jamme dusu binutich kun lugu chikere.
DFCU tia tingu yech me school fees oko igwohi chulka school fees kede DFCU onyo dentiente ametie ikine miliona bich metunu milion 400 jo para bicha machako aloyo laka bich chabit kede chabit chul school fees kede DFCU quick app USSD *240# onyo what ijang DFCU bank onyo agent moro keken akadika kuotia tek itwero nongo DFCU mobile loan ametunu miliona bich chut ichimi ka itiu kede DFCU quick app onyo USSD *240# ting yech school fees okoi gwori kede DFCU bank DFCU jame lubo kotigi ubero the Central Bank of Uganda deposit a customer jagwa ubero Deposit Protection Fund me Uganda metunu miliona pa lubo check metich kede.
Mom, anpa we are better to alla man.
Adina, pingo.
Piendel koma kede ye we are peshil. Kuna miti bed bama idi.
Man winyina rajba. Eto kotem samona habo jelly.
Samona habo jelly kede chabunere nim. Obiruma wiro tiu kede me poto kede yiko del kombera miu. Mede chabunere ber wakakai luakare kede konye koperu nyachora kom. Samona skin care jelly kede chabunere dang. Mio da del kome beda poto pire doka mimila neno met. Chabunere da kai luakare kede tomi yi winya beto twal. Wilda Samona baby care kede baby jela gindu Ethiopia jo adon kede tinatino. Wek del komeda beda poto mi nena bere kare do ti kede products apola keno kete bot Samona. Piano tina ho kene ba body cream, body milk, lanolin, cocoa butter, lemon na gindu konye kopeje ko del kombeda pota mi utotwal. Achoka ikope yerwin mom. Samona tikere agala bini kala zario twal man blue kede yellow. Habera teka do konye kope mi yewi mom beda pota yom. Api unity launkan kede kago kene noem. Worokwe doka me genen marati note be road lira sitim. Unyo doka me so wila tide note be road. Idoka polo me doka Justin kede Jackson again do take kigum stage Lera City. Unyude mama shoppers at Lera City kanem. Unyude go chimping echi nora bira bira rio. Mabicha bicha la beach at deka bongwen not.
Enonta eno no manga nyako. Mu office ya kwa finera zemunyera yo. Hydration it time we ye ka nyako. The only water that can quench my thirst. Yeah. Aquafina we are good. Aquafina. Oh.
Aquafina, mapo beru pi mokeken, ento pi makilor kitiero idro manamal piketo ruoni, doktie kimo jimi mabejo piyot kumi.
Aquafina til me Pepsi Cola International me Uganda aye yubo. Dr. Nonge boch me chilling alibachel keken.
Xavier Senior Secondary School, Lechawan. Romerdo Pad, Onwal, Terutinu with Xavier's SS. Xavier's, Doko Gara. Pamachel, atin pepo rogo, Oleon Lokitunga Baga, Karamedicum Director Yatiecha, Nyara Mobera Ngolko, Jedi Talame Saviors de Chawanim, Pete Canrolong di Saviors, Machelang Tweet, Kristan by Generator, Ameka Menu Bumusana, Teloko Doko Pig Fair, Quanido Kachochi Book, Decati atin Tebeda, Rieka Visam, Achutiname Saviors, the Kermen New Curriculum, Kao Mako Gene Practicals, Practical Kukuduru, Pensans Laboratory, Opongi Kinkiri Chemical. Computer lab, Jaban Naga Library, Upon Commit Beach Annual, Weto Penyo Tiname Saviors SS, Joina Hachin Unep, Pianugi to Weto Good Keken, Manomi Police Ban, Kerutino Saviors, Obiru Dori Dilira City Galalam, People Yokato Penme Saviors SS, Will Fisgi Yota Konyo Koranual, Basari Tipi Otino no Pasgredi Clachabero, Kerejo Atuga Bear, Nung Saviors SS, Elira City West, T Ungelira Primary School, Kakoge B-Cell, Pingecha Pol, Goyege Jim, in Amanota Bira Bora Bongwen, a Bongwen a Chela Boro, a Bichel no Rebechel, a Gama, Tido Warajimi Chawani de school.
Okay, Council Dennis confirming Niti Medewinywa.
Yes, Atia we.
Iti winywa.
Yes.
So, and Angola do to don yeni dungero kubedo cop me mobilization. At achaho kede penyo your heart of hearts. Yin kom ichwako UPC kede chunyi dushu Yite genera UPC.
I'm a member of UPC out of conviction. Ideology UPC Social Democrats obero ginaman I agree kede. I agree ni ka government till lodge government make tip Jamie Mogo Pijo. By that I cannot yet tapping into services or a child dahatal. Either down no treatment men on neutral well channel TD. And that is all what social democracy is all about. So I'm into UPC out of conviction. 2008, still like running. If there is membership payment, may like membership, I will also pay for it. Yeah, I'm a life member of UPC.
Okay, then
opportunity to provide leadership. Yes, so political contestation should not be taken as a point of hatred or anger towards each other. No. Enomio, dangmana ko biti
ini kakana me ginu beri ye chani. Joroma yerogi ite ticket me party me UPC. Mete lo kakana ro keken. Do you believe that you can be elected as the LC1 chairperson under the UPC ticket where you stay?
You see, it's not that I came from nowhere to contest for UPC presidency. My brother in primary, I was a prefect. I was elected. In secondary, O level, I was a prefect. A level where Milton Obote studied, I was a head prefect. Makerere University, I was a speaker, a guild speaker at that. Right? Elango, as I am, I've contested in Busoga. In 2016, I lost by 143 votes to an NRM. Why? The UPC has good structures and membership in Busoga. And given the bad history between the UPC and the Chabazinga-ship, it was very difficult for them to accept me to go in. So it means that I am electable. Now, there is that shallow way of trying to ridicule people that Mr. Omara cannot be elected because he has not contested as an LC1, then he can't be party president. Who says that? We've had world presidents who have had impact on their countries, who had never been to parliament or senate. Very many of them. So, election at the lower level is a decision. The other question is, what is my interest as a person? My interest right now is in policy formulation and implementation. Policy formulation and implementation cannot happen in parliament. Parliament is a legislative arm of government. Policy formulation is in a political party. And that's why I contested as a candidate for party president of the UPC. Yes, you ask Akena why he had to run away from the non-UPC delegates to begin creating up a list of fake delegates from a lodge in Lira. He knew I was going to beat him hands down.
Okay, Dennis.
So it means that I'm electable.
Dennis, apenya melo bareke de mano
If a son, no, I'll say this.
Yeah.
If a son of a peasant can defeat a son of a president, a former president, then I'm electable anywhere.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, UPC chawani, as it stands, tiamo chwalo members me parliament aroma par wirio, ama wori parliament me par wirio dan. Adi yakinagi amayirom team attributing to your own effort, amedo yinichani beru party president, ni ngadi, dano ni anenami okar mebera member me parliament, ite UPC, ikinjo par wirio ni.
An papa oponya jami mogo, ikara chelke rektorta.
Okay.
Kami kakonyi kanoro pa kobulo yakinajo. In young mano.
Kagina team etu chamo temu team etu chempe mirunge.
Never. I don't do that kind of politics. I'm not cheap.
Era pengi inuiti para.
But the truth is, I have given a hand to most of the candidates. Not just Lao, but outside Lao. And pulling from my own pockets. People who are claiming to have candidates here and there, they are using party funds, but I was using my personal resources. Yes, but me, my nature, let me tell you this today, even if we disagree on me now, Mara. Never. So, I will not sit on national radio, ana konyo ngadarom nyama ana konyo tuho konyo Vincent Opinyo. I don't do those things. And Mera, it's private, and I always maintain it that way.
Okay, maybe
yes.
Na nenu cha hokelo point apira tek amaka karchiel kere cop me 2026-2031 allow me President Museveni 84% of the votes. Pengo kanyu region out of Yemen me adwonga la maybe that will be Ankole where president comes from. But keneno Buganda, neno Acholi, neno West Nile, neno Busoga, neno Bugisu, and all these other regions. In one allow me of President Museveni Kwirabob up to 84%. And neno the kind of development Ameti Lao in terms of the road network, I think we are least in the country in terms of road network by tarmac
coverage, paved roads,
paved roads. From, by the way, that figure is coming from the government body. Our paved road network is the least in the country, and yet we continue to vote for President Museveni. But also to the level of poverty Ameti Lao and actually I don't think there is any region level mecha and Timalo Lao Lao and actually the industrial park still right now as we talk we are not sure whether it come or not. Now in us at UPC, but also most importantly Achalda Ibero Lao that what would be your take? President Museveni on a round table, in response to well queer me President Museveni. President.
Now, in the last election, Dangmania Lokachal Atin Lao. In the last election, Ayero Museveni, a child president. UPC no pay candidate. Mario, awara nyime konyo President Museveni me campaign ilao kere other parts of the country. Reason na machera mamio jolao me kwayogi me yero President Museveni beroni. President Museveni ori hokobo ani ka po yere enang pa konyoa ne timo kinoro that ame konya jo. He said it. He made it very clear. If you don't vote me, I don't help you. I will simply give you basic services. Now, I asked the people of Lamu, let us lend President Museveni our vote. Let's give him the support. And then after, we go to him and demand. But what has always happened previously, which we should not allow to happen this time around, Oberoni, we've not been having leaders, Ilao, Amenotojo Dushu. What we've been having previously, Obero, UPCMPs, Pebero Karachalka, the NRM, Nyo FDC, Ento Kai Wori Teso, Nyo Acholi, Nyo, these other communities. In Woni, after elections, you know Bero Ginping, regardless of their political affiliation. And then, among them, they choose the leadership, Amako Nyo, forwarding their demands, Nyo, their needs as a people. So it means this time we should use it to do two things. One, unify, unite, bring together everybody now of all people elected, both local government and the parliament, so that we have one body, a Meberachal leadership from the region. Then two, we bring on board all stakeholders, cultural elders, the youth, the women in that body. Like that, at the end of the day, we sit down as leaders, regardless of our political affiliation, age, sex, gender, and agree on what we call the Lango agenda. And what should be the Lango agenda? We should look at things, child education, health, chat will, then cop melobo, ownership. What are the things, and then infrastructure development. So then we ask, what are the things we want the government to do for us as people? We list them. Now that's what we can say. We need the patch to Lira Road tarmacked. We need the Molata Road to whichever road tarmacked. We need these health centers developed to maybe from Health Center 3 to Health Center 4. We need the main hospital to be empowered. We need to have these machines brought in. Now, once we have a leadership that is united, agenda wa a child job, then it will become easier for us to remember both President Museveni and Meko Benin, a child Joe Lao, or me about 82% of the vote in the last election. These are our leaders. We are also requesting for the following things. Then, because you have a basis of demanding, as we now do, and we have a straight and united leadership, plus an agenda, it will become easier for President Museveni to push to us those services, because we are constantly demanding and reminding him. What has failed us before? You just find people, don't know what President Museveni will take up. Now we want that to stop. We want it to stop. We need to change, to find ways, regardless of the party, of sitting together to discuss and see how we can help the people of Lang.
Okay.
Me, I give credit to people like Okoto Gong, Honorable.
Why?
Personally, he doesn't even know me personally. He doesn't know me at a personal level. But I will tell you that Okoto Gong is one of the MPs who has educated very many children in Laos. Very many. And he has even gone ahead to help them get jobs. We have similar MPs who are doing that. But then, those who do nothing are the biggest noisemakers in Laos. Kai penya joke ne 20 years very parliament timongo nyus wakati na chiela meidi chulo kwan penyori ento gino maru wara me pucha ko bojonia pilao wano better lao wano better leader. No, that's not how politics should be. Politics should be about organizing, bringing people together for a common cause.
Okay.
So if you're not doing anything, allow other people who want to do something come in. Don't block them.
So Dennis,
for the next 5 years, just to conclude, for the next 5 years, we should ask ourselves, what is the Lango economic development plan for the next 10 years? What is the Lango education development plan? What is the Lango health development plan? What is the Lango infrastructure development plan? What is the lango? Maybe plan on protecting our land, a people. Then the things we want done is what we put out to government.
Okay. Dennis, ngatonti achwalo concern erkan ni ini chao ni ikob ni bero tela me UPC dai bero lao. Do wena me binu bero ke public rally Idilira City achalo president me UPC. Manu number chel. Eka number yote kobni you are also contradicting yourself. Kanor kani ni kobni akena tia lacking legal advice. Yeah? And to yina dati kobni from 2008 yinu bero advising akena legally. I mean, all the blunders taking from the idea, make collective responsibility. No, you are also part of your team amending UPC constitution and any other blunders, any other legal blunders about him because you are close to the president at that time. So, public political rally, maybe Mayor's Garden, your Kibwa Stadium, or anywhere. Achalo president.
Aman. You see, do you know the essence of a political rally?
You should tell us.
It should be a political rally is about bringing people together, pushing on your message, persuading people to take on your message, right?
Yeah.
But who says that political rallying is the only mode of bringing people together? We have different modes of bringing and reaching to people.
Like?
Right?
Like?
No, you can have city hall meetings. You can have community meetings. You can have village meetings. We have print and media. Those are all forms of communicating, persuading the public. Right? There is going through the structures of a particular institution, and in this case, a political party. If you look at the last election, President Museveni and the NRM have run their campaign through the party structure. If you saw Museveni's rallies, they were small compared to some of the opponents that were running against him. These rallies were small. Why? He chose to use the structure to organize and mobilize. Adim coming to leader to organize a big rally just to show off, to show power, yet in reality you're doing nothing for the people, it shouldn't help. If there are better ways of bringing people together, reaching out to the people, me, that's what I will explore, and that's what I've been exploring. In my quest of even campaigning for President Museveni in the last election, I was meeting people in groups. I didn't have to organize rallies. Yes, as a fact, meeting people in groups is more expensive than doing a rally. A rally is cheap. I need less than 100 million shillings for a rally in Lira. I can do it. I can do it. If you want to put me on a challenge, a task to that one, put a task to it and I'll do it. It's about 100, 200 million. It's little money. And I'll have more than 10,000 people. Anyway, I choose.
Okay,
Dennis. But then, how does it help? The question is, how does it help the ordinary voter, the ordinary person in Laon? Me, my issue is, what is it that we are doing for the people? And can I interest at it? And permit to Johnny, a ticket, a gufu, a dimti gente, a dimti. No.
Okay.
Interest at tika, ngoame one, actual leader. A mochoti, mekonyo dano.
Okay, Dennis, uchani miro ubet kedi chawa mekubere kedi joe yoho, menunga penya maya yoho. Eto, a penye mena magiki amera miyi, tini, we should always give credit where it is due. UPCT Vibrant, I can say authoritatively, T Vibrant, Elau sub-region, Keken for now, because of the Akena factor. Yinibero kobu jammi ka jama meti negative ko makena, kuritiu ketepe large. What are some of the good things you have also got under the leadership of Jimmy James Michael Akena? Actually, you know better atin jokere.
I've not said bad things against Akena. I'm simply speaking the truth. When I say the party constitution limits us to 2 terms, that is not bad about Akena.
Okay.
When I say you are abusing and holding on to the party and causing us desperation as a political institution, that's not bad. That's a fact. Jamaraj obero jamame danot ya Yite danot ya kobe information amuko bedo ateni Mano bedo jama rach amen mudang Jacob komdano. Man pot pa ko ginora rach ko makena Jacob ni. Akeno bedo party president bitamzario. Akena ta mere matek petwero assuming abong amending constitution. Akeno kerriera adim nominating and oppose yung a national yung a high court or throwing akena out. Electoral commission may blocking akena kera dim. That's a fact. There's nothing bad about that's a fact. But I'll tell you, Jimmy Akena is a very good-hearted person. He allows you to learn from your mistakes. He never pushes anything against you for any mistake you've made. He's a good friend. He's a good father. He's loyal to the friends that he cares about. Okay. Yes, there are lots of things I can speak about him. I mean, that's why if Jimmy calls me right now, I'll pick. We talk. When we meet, we talk. If there was any bad blood, Yakena and Jimmy Yakena will not be talking.
Okay. Now,
yes.
I did Patrick.
I love Dennis.
I mean Dennis, sorry. I did Dennis. Me picking your line. There is this Tamametia Donyelao. I don't know whether it's pressure on President Museveni and his administration or what, but leaders and opinion leaders, this time round, gain permit to ministry at a tino. Gain permit to giname impact repeti. They appreciate ni ubinu miyogi elf. Ame tilo kokop me yot kom ilaon.
Yeah.
They also appreciate ni miyogi gender, but ginango me to menadon. Ginango me to be the prime minister. Ginango me to be the vice president. Ginango me to ministry ame impact nen ikomate dero. Ginango me to ministry ame ka president Museveni do me kwa yokwi. No, there are things ame tangible. Ame or could be yes. In the 5 years be money. Ginango me to PS. Ginango me to commissioners. All sort of teacher down. Maybe yina chalaba yin. Dennis Ademenap, if given opportunity to serve government in any capacity appointed by the president, will you take it?
Yes, I would. But that will be a question that the members of the UPC, through their organs, shall have to agree. That we have to sit down as a party, as leadership, and organs of the party to agree. One, forming an MOU with the NRM. Two, having an agenda on things that we think as the UPC we want addressed in our cooperation. Three, if there is any role the president is willing to put at us, we ask him which one, and then to what magnitude. I'm also aware there are other communities that are lobbying or that are pushing to come in. That happens in politics. Politics is all about lobbying. Now, in this case, if the UPC organs agree to have an MOU with President Museveni, and then we have a clear agenda of the things that we want the UPC to achieve with that cooperation with the NRM or President Museveni, then I can't refuse to go. I will work. But it has to be in the open, it has to be an honest discussion, it has to be guided by the party constitution. It's not going to be this thing Dano what he wore, maybe take the President Museveni, take a telling. No, it's going to be in the open. We're going to have an agenda, we are going to have a team, but most importantly, it will be sanctioned by the necessary party organs.
Okay.
Yes.
So, but kado wana woro make one messages ametia donyo online piju ametia watching unity and our outside now. In event UPC they are not ready to work with President Museveni. Erlangate could be a day, please go and work with President Museveni. PNK to the President Museveni, we will have the following opportunities. For now, in terms of development, in terms of marketing, teach. Between UPC and Lao, UPC kobo no, Lao kobo yes. Which one will you go for?
As a president of UPC, I'm more with the UPC.
You will go with?
But as president of the UPC, the position of the party organs bind me. As a child of Lango, then we shall go through other leaders who will be there to see to it that the Lango agenda is put forward. being a leader of a party doesn't stop me from reaching out to colleagues in NRM, FDC, DP, PFF. If UPC says in principle no MOU, I'll bind myself to that one. But as a child of Lamu, if we have, say, Imagine Ruth, and maybe she's one of the leaders that will have been elected by the Lamu leaders who are appointed to be the torch bearers, then I'll give my ideas where I think we can improve, what we don't have to bother about, so that at the end of the day, my contribution is made in that way. So, whether UPC accepts or not, my contribution to the Lango agenda, the Lango development plan, will not be affected by anything.
Okay. Mayor Giki, the very last one from me. In 2021, President Museveni Okobuni, by 2026 and beyond, and opposition political parties petiye. One on UPC, Ichawan Elwainti, almost not there because they were not able to fill the presidential candidate. Oneno DP, Tido Yot, me NRM, Oneno FDC, basically Gido, Wehaweha, Piangintia, Cogniti, Yot, me NRM, PFF, their impact is almost not felt. Ichawan Edadoneno na Atelamen Noop, Tiame, Oya, but also the leadership of NUP has been, because we saw Mpoga Karachel Krejoke and Yada quite NUP because of the issues of leadership. In your own opinion, it only government Uganda under the leadership of President Museveni many opposition political parties or down in Uganda in order to deepen democracy.
Now, the thing is, President Museveni of course, by this time there will not be any opposition. So when President Museveni says something, do you also allow it to happen? No.
That is the question.
Your role is to see to it that what President Museveni predicted doesn't happen. Unlike other political parties, the UPC, even where we disagree, we have a level of engagement. Where we have candidates, Akenda and I have contributed in different ways to see to it that those candidates succeed. Right now, if there is a problem affecting members of the UPC and they need maybe legal advice or legal services, I'll provide, regardless whether they support or don't support me. So it is our obligation to see to it that we live beyond the period that the president has said there will be no opposition. Secondly, what is it as an opposition political party we can advance and put out that can make us remain relevant? What are the issues? Is the debate about Museveni being bad? Or should we shift the debate to issues that are affecting job? That what is the UPC proposal on education? What is the UPC proposal on health, Chatwheel, infrastructure development, land protection, right? Now, that determines, that changes the narrative around the politics. But if President Museveni is saying there will be no opposition, and you're also not having anything you're raising as team, a political party, then you fall into his trap. But as a person, I'm confident that unlike other independence parties, the UPC has stood the test of its time. And even with the internal contradictions, we've come out of this election stronger. That now people know what can and what can't happen. So that way, 2031 should present us an opportunity. May disapprove with President Museveni, political parties and the opposition will be extinct by the period he said. But still, what is it that we can do to remain relevant? Because in remaining relevant is the whole essence of the political party. That should be a question that we should address as members of the Uganda People's Congress.
Right, we have one messages ametia donyo online eto yida podi yaba radio ni yaba tikere Dennis Adime nap amobedo party president may
mobedo me asol
yes.
All Saints University Lango.
Now apenye pira teka me an kire yini winyu radio miro kwanti ni ngo me romo kwanyi kom janane luum romo bera char wili romo kwanyi ngwe kom janane luum etekele chata wili romo bera ticho bay romo kwanyi ngwe kom janane luum romo bera wibie romo kwanyi ngwe kom janane luum mewe o me Uganda a better country, and for that, miro what nail kireme kwano, but me put po kwano maybe messages na chakatie.
Achel is more of a very big question. Dennis, iti winywa?
Yes, atia winy.
Ngatoro kana me uluoni Obura Joshua ochwalo commentere YouTube channel tiama winywa through YouTube. Okomni Adime nap is planted by General Museveni to ruin UPC. Kode gam ka mano ekate wori line.
No, in politics, in anything I may Dana Chel choosing Metimo. You will always have contrary opinion. What the devil thought of Jesus Christ didn't stop Jesus Christ from pushing on the mission he came. Me saving a child sinners in this world. Yes, and then 2, criticism, negative statements, it's part of it, and it's part of politics. So if someone says that I was planted by President Museveni, it is he who bears the burden to prove. It's not my role to disapprove. And still, such statements won't stop me from moving forward to see to it that we reclaim the UPC from failed leadership, reorganize the UPC, have structures in, mobilize resources, both human and financial, put in place a functional secretariat and district offices across the country, together with having a functional secretariat. To me, that's my focus. These are small things. It's okay for them to make those comments. They have that right. It's my obligation to see to it that I protect and not abuse that right of them to disagree with me. So they are right.
Okay, this one is on a positive note.
Even though they are wrong in the content.
Okay, this is on a positive note and looking at what you have in store for UPC. Ask Council Adime Nap, where does he see UPC in the next 5 years? Nenuni apiri na chalo Council Adime Nap. Ita moni UPC binubedo kakwene yonge mwaka beach chakichawani.
We are going to push UPC out of Lango. We are going to say to it that we'll strengthen our presence in Lango and then go to other parts of the country as a party. It's not going to be about Lango. It's going to be about Uganda People's Congress, so that we give the party the national character Milton Obote gave it, together with the leaders he served with. We have limited ourselves and pushed ourselves into a corner of saying it's a Lango party.
Okay.
Whereas it is not. So by the next 5 years, there's going to be reorganization, there's going to be solidification, there's going to be consolidation, there's going to be reviewing the policies we stood for vis-a-vis to meet the times that we are into, because the ideas of the 60s and 80s, I don't think can function right now without modification. So we need to review the entire policy platform of the Uganda People's Congress to meet the 21st century pressures and demands and problems. So going forward, 2031, UPC will be stronger, UPC will be more united, and UPC will have a strong
and you have just talked about unity of UPC. An unity a dim enough, an unity Akena Obore, an unity Othieno,
Joseph Othieno,
Karachel Kede Walobiri. Akina, in your own opinion, maybe you better Karachel nga me unitaone in the country. Ramuri Yotal, take the 4 leaders of UPC together. Ite bedu no paying, ite nyamo lock. Ame Ramokelo UPC back on track. Ame no better kedata elachel at a time. Ngame in the entire country or in the world. Ame anything more neutral. Mekelo wun na chala about elame UPC because kelo keda kena ti UPC chunye kelo keda dimenap ti UPC chunye kelo keda tiano ti UPC chunye kelo keda walobiri UPC ti chunye. ngame unetawni kanu darani ramo binu tibiri yotal ame wuna ngweni duchu ramo yeye. Who is that person?
Amanu Agam Yaman. Shortly before the nomination last year for president, Akena, Ita Waluvidi, Ocheno, Ikara Chelkeda, Obino Bedo Ping, the meetings at deck. Meetings of retired Justice Ogola, James Ogola. And I know mediating. We had reached a point of agreement. We had reached a point, okay. We had to present a candidate for president, but also we had to agree on an interim leadership. Now, Waruvidi at the time and Joseph Ochieno had realized that it is only Adimena who had come through a legal process of becoming party president. And the issue was, would we trust Adimena with power so that then, with the party presidency, so that then we could amend the constitution very fast to see to it that we could separate the positions of party president and candidate for president. Such that we get someone to organize the party and also get someone who could participate in the 2026 election. The last meeting we had that agreement so that we had even agreed to go and think about it so that in the fourth meeting we would resolve. But the members who are present, with the exception of Akena, had agreed that Adimenap remains party president. From nowhere, we saw Akena picking nomination forms. He abandoned the meeting. When the day came for the meeting, he refused to attend. He told us he was in Lango. He became so arrogant. So, the internal contradictions, there has been an effort by a neutral person that even when the three of us sat down and agreed, it has always been one person who disagrees, and that's Jimmy Akena. So, we don't need an external person to help us agree. And I told Akena at some point that the internal contradictions of the UPC are principally between him and I only. And if Akena and I sat down and agreed, you never hear of these other people like Ochieda and Walubidi because they have not been present, they have not been active, they have not helped party candidates across the country.
So we can put it on record and quote it that James Ogola, the retired principal judge, right?
James Ogola.
Yes.
Justice Ogola sat us down. He tried.
Yeah, 3 times.
And if he called us again, I imagine right now we would still go back.
Okay.
Actually, this would even be the best time because some egos were flattened and put in their rightful places. They didn't want to believe that we were facing a crisis at the time.
Okay.
I think that is
right now. I imagine there can be some sovereignty. Yes.
So Adit Dennis, chawa do tiamo di wako wori line mechi mugamu jua de hariyo moro. Enti achela mengato rocho kan. Upeyini kita yinu etiuko Jimmy James Michael Akena a chok to twali. Medang cooperation or binuberu tie. Nuberu cooperation ya personal agreement. Pien ungeoni en winyer na mau binukelo imat Honorable Betty Amoi Akena mebedo minister. So nuberu cooperation ya bedo an agreement. Kede terms and conditions make cooperation no tiningo if you are privy to that.
Now, it is now that Akena has come out openly to own up the MOU. He was speaking on NBS television about a cooperation agreement between the UPC and the National Resistance Movement. But from 2015, up when Akena said it, he had been denying its existence. But what I know, and this one I'll say on national radio, Jimmy Akena, Betty Amongi, Maxwell Akora went and made their personal agreements with President Museveni. Not Uganda People's Congress. Because if there had been anything to do with the UPC, then we would have known what the cooperation agreement was all about. You ask right now, the people who are in Kenya's cabinet, how many of them know about that cooperation agreement? No one. But on the other hand, Norbert Mao, we saw him signing a cooperation agreement with the president in broad daylight. So if Kenya speaks about existence of a cooperation agreement, why doesn't he share with us a copy so that we know where President Museveni has defaulted? And then in any subsequent engagement, we can point out some of these things. But from my personal perspective, whatever has existed, it has been a deal. Deal, Mechem.
Deal, Mechem.
Not a beer,
Okay.
And here, President Museveni gave them everything they asked for. Yes, I'll put it on record.
Wow, Kerimano.
Not a beer, bichel.
What do I line, Dennis? Win call you about your meti team number?
Not a beer, bichel. Abong when a deck, abong when angwen a deck, and not a real not, abong when not, abong when angwen a deck. Jama deck a pay team, Kaigo, Chim Namachel be the ball radio. Eka Namario, pe loka duonga teha. Umi that a chelly nushu.
Short and brief.
May you me a penny, commenti. Unyo ipogere tam karchel kede adit Dennis adimina. Mena madek one show man point encouraging yet. You can still differ in opinion kede ngato respectfully. Iramo pogere unu kede tam kede Dennis. Iramo ye tam kede Dennis. Eta menuo ayet kede led obeda pay.
Ayet ngurugora.
So that is jamadeka pay team. Hello.
Hello. Mangane.
Hello. Yes.
Mangane.
Hello.
Utiu winyi ba lokeringa? Yes, Mr. Korime Aloy.
Itiko beninga.
Kau belum dia kebayar, nama jung. Entah ni kita kena lagi kui.
Okay, ni kanu mi ball query la kan. Kina gina riono nganu ala nyukwi. Okay. Hello.
Dennis winya penyo.
No, I didn't get it.
O kobenika kai ni bin e la kan te koni joda yer president jo chane delay. Yita mi wun kera kana ngama la nyukwi.
Actually is questioning your popularity.
Popularity ni tini ngama la nyukwi.
Omina echoes duong total but yeah.
Okay, maybe a paint kitty. Ne wun kere jimi akena ngati more popular, be it in Lango or in Uganda. Who is more popular? Who can be accepted by everybody to lead them?
I may believe in UPC.
Anyone. And if anything, in this particular case, in the last internal elections of the party, why Akena chose to put up fake delegates is he knew the membership of the party across Uganda, not Lamu, but across Uganda, had stood with me and was with me.
Okay.
So it means that anybody, it can be Akena, it can be me.
Okay. Hello?
Yes. And in politics, I can never dismiss or despise anybody.
Okay.
Anybody can get elected. In 1980, President Museveni lost. He lost miserably. Can you imagine he's the same person getting about 71% of the vote in the same country that did vote him in 80?
Yeah, true.
Wow.
So different circumstances give different outcomes. You can't despise anybody.
Council Dennis, kode bet kira lame, pero romo gamo apenya chela. Ogamo dong a whole set of questions.
Okay.
Ekate mi chawa.
Obino gama chima dek nama chel. Hello?
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 Yes, man gani?
Mina boyo ba?
Upoye ba?
Ilo kerjaan ni mereka nak baca way.
Okay.
Kami ni apa di mina pi. Ingeo ni ruju wo kuna denu yang guna ngwen. Eno mi wan pe unuo parti president unuo chung wahani.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Then aprendo dia ni ajalu ruju tu ti mere. Mo ajal dia ni semua ni president kita dah mesti mesti you UPC.
Okay. Dennis.
Yes.
I get to take me no ye penya me no dana penya. Okobni una ngwen ke kenene tikelu no ruchu I party. ameda mio UPC te losing opportunity me fronting a presidential candidate in 2026 pingo una ngwenno na meti laro be presidency pe resolving issue no enoko
maybe be part of it catch or you ping tieni pe tamne una ngwenne it won UPC ke the best me UPC mo be lane opportunity me were into negotiation you may what American wo ja woti pora nyo ja woti kwach I wora me tie lo pienu danu maro tie ke dango ngoni basic apo win could be this best that 84% or 82% could have been the percentage for UPC and you have denied some people who believes in UPC an opportunity to showcase to the world that UPC is still alive but also to use that opportunity memmo you don't lobo to bring it back home to use it as a lobbying tool to bring development. Next question. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello, Kerenga.
Waranyi mangane.
Nen ngatu kene. Because of okay, adongi chima ario, not a beer bisha la bongwana ngwana dek, abongwana ngwana dek not ario, not abongwen not abongwen angwen adek. Odonke dake hamera mo ka par ken. Tiko program man. Pa ngaka ngatu kene line kape we ho me okay. Line ti jam did Dennis ena Robert Kerkar megamo apenya ti nyimino. Yes.
I think that last question was relating to the issue that we had already discussed, that the four of us, can't we sit down and agree?
Yeah, of course.
And I thought I addressed that one. And we can still sit down.
Okay.
Actually, we don't even need someone to sit us down. We are adults. But we're not being. Actually, this entire thing is about Akena and Enap. We can sit down with Akena. If both of us come with an honest mind that may pay dana chelpet yang alu jokene. If we agree to sit down as members of the UPC with an interest of resolving the internal contradictions and also the willingness may conceding on certain things. Then when you go to negotiate, when you go to discuss, you should go expecting to lose and also to win at some point. So, me, I'm open to a meeting. I'm willing to concede on certain things. And that one I've already told even those three, Akena, Ocheno, and Walubidi. I've told it to them. But the only problem is Akena is not willing to concede on anything. Nothing.
Okay.
He has a force behind him that doesn't allow him to think on his own. When you discuss something, he first has to go and consult that force. Now, that's what has caused us problems.
Did you say consulting a force? Did you say consulting a force?
Sorry?
Which consultation is that? It wasn't clear to us.
No, Akena has someone he reports to.
Who is that?
We don't know who.
Who is that?
We don't know.
Okay.
So we are saying he should have an independent mind from that person. Because that force is the sole source of confusion in UPC.
Okay.
Okay. Let's get now the last question almost, and then we summarize. Hello. Hey, Tiwinyu, man gani?
Man Casimiro.
Casimiro kwa chikwene.
Yes, atikira penya kiel.
Penya ba.
Okay, tika jo bidi delegate contact. Otai yi ko penki kume party. Chao yi ko penki ko dai ya ken kin kan.
Casimiro. Wow.
Okay, the network is bad.
Dennis, tama mate tame Casimiro no tiama wor kwa yetini kado munite bedo peng otayo bo pen check me UPC. Ao teke to yera bedo tie. Akena te lanyo dohoko assuming joti amending the constitution me kwanyo term limit ko out a year akena yini bino woro don o member me UPC ama ukatu kretamo
Machel, already we have an electoral process. Amokelo Dennis Adimbe now. It is a deem now to organize the party, and part of organizing the party, this is something I will say. We are going to amend the party constitution to meet with the demands of the current times. And one of those includes putting the question on whether we should remove the term limits or no. That's a question that the National Council can resolve.
Okay.
But if the National Council and the Delegates Conference adopt we remove term limits, and then in 2029, not 2030, in 2029, we conduct an election and Akena comes and wins, I will support him 100% for that 2031 election. I'll mobilize. I'll organize.
Sounds good.
Yes. I have no problem against anybody becoming a leader of the party. What we want is we should follow the structures, the laws we have put in place. That is all.
Okay. I know calls are there, but because of time, okay, Gamra Cheloko. That should be the last one.
Hello? Dano liya kwa line. Man ngani? Iberu nga? Owa diko bringa.
Hello?
Uti uinye. Kobi, miya penyi nyotam.
Yes.
Atia berba?
Ale ya kodi kopa no miodo. Abi ni dangi ana wanu in UPC noro. Monga UPC tika bibi kera kena. O job ka rapia ka support UPC to no da be meogin. But if Reno mentioned a very important point, this job you gotta get men again allow. That is the most important thing we don't allow. Take look at it.
Okay. Opoyo. Okay. No, mondo beri chimegeki. Da ke wadong a beach mera mchawa a beach dang mo udiko the announcements amemir betie. We are now going to give this opportunity to Dennis Adim Enap Mekobo Kopere me agiki polewo kadong program mantuni agiki. Mewa kopi magiki.
Bot lao kere luak me Uganda kere luak me Wiloba metia nene wadang online ni beo YouTube.
Now, Anna Boy. And also, I want to speak to one thing. That as a people of Lango...
But on a lighter note, as you go, on a lighter note, jotia kwa nimi polishing level ni yuko yina chara tin lao. Kere wunjo ameti itele un UPC ni. Wuni bubuju unu level abuja ko mundusa dusa. Ame manu dag no dok peber. Melo kere langi.
Timaun kisha pien. Otino polero oponyo gin leba totgi first before they get to their fathers. So kaino ni papikere toti, they are from different tribes. Polere toto enaya pulling. So when I was growing up, tota or pulling away from Lango, kena landing Lusoga first. But still, adumo moro. Ento, I have to improve, and I'm doing everything possible to improve, including making sure I need Polera Kwano, a lot of literature around Lango, including the Lango Bible.
Right.
But I agree, I have to improve my Lango. Just my closing request and prayer, Jenny, Achal Jolang, Yera Otum, Otikere leaders, levels appalled. Can we sit down together as people, unite, agree on what we want as a people, and then we voice out our message clearly to the people? We should not associate with people who want to use their platforms to abuse, attack whoever they want for their personal gain. One child Jolau, one of the Jariek. Make what you need. Gina me pe konyo jo dushu one po bedi ye. One obedi gina me are benefiting Jolong. So, in this entire thing, let's sit down together as leaders. Let's